Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Good morning.
That's the Man Cave Morning Show.
What's good?
That's the Man Cave
What's good, peoples?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You already know what it is, man. Another edition
Up your way.
of the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes. We in a building, baby.
Yes.
What's going on?
I'm feeling good right now.
Yeah,
As you
man.
should.
I'm excited.
Beautiful
It's a
out.
beautiful day out.
Yes.
It is. It's supposed to be like 90.
Indeed.
Yes. 90
Spring
degrees.
is sprung. We went right from winter to summer.
Winter to summer.
I ain't gonna
Exactly.
front.
No,
I went out
front.
yesterday. I was like, I started getting chased by bees and everything. I said,
Listen.
summer's
Already?
here.
Yeah.
Listen, and
Please
I know
attack
I'm
my car, yeah.
I was so scared because they are out. And they seem to always come for the people who are allergic.
Yes.
So I need an EpiPen.
No doubt, no doubt.
Wow.
Now, what's up?
First
What are you gonna introduce us?
and foremost, peace and blessings, everybody.
For sure.
On this
Yes.
last beautiful day, let me introduce the Awesome Squad. First, clap it up for the Awesome Squad.
Strong J.
Okay. What happened to the phone?
No doubt.
I am clapping. He's physically clapping, son.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
See where it's at?
Yes.
To make it resonate.
I'll wait for you to engineer over here.
Appreciate that, sir.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Engineer that.
So,
Yes.
now,
He said engineer that.
to the right, to the far right, you know I'm the professional. We have the dude that gets a little rude. We call him Deacon Wu.
Yes, he's in the building.
Wow.
Get it.
Good work.
There you go.
Engineer, you did a good job.
There you go. There you
All
go.
right.
There you go. He's
Yes,
still
you
learning.
did. Yeah.
Anyway, to the far left. Oh, man, 50 grand. We call him Smooth P.
In the
Wow.
building. In the building. On them twos today, y'all. On them twos.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yes.
And sitting right next to me, of course, is the flamethrower,
The flamethrower.
the bedazzler.
The
She always
flamethrower.
got some special type of hat on
The
or whatever like that.
flamethrower. Yeah.
What kind of thing you got on? What that shirt say?
Savage.
Savage. Oh, she got savage.
The flamethrower.
She got a savage shirt on.
She's like, I'm a pretty savage.
It's actually a dress.
Okay, it's a dress.
She's like, I'm pretty, but I'll scratch your eyes out.
It's a dress.
We call her Jackie D, people.
Hey, everybody.
Wakanda.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes.
And you would be, sir?
I'm just, man, the dude that puts up with a lot of crap.
Yeah, you do.
I'm Storm Norton
He
General.
got to run.
In the building.
Chief bottle washer
Yes.
extraordinaire.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Salute to you all. Peace,
Yes,
love,
yes,
blessings.
Dig it, dig it.
Shout out to everybody listening to us on the multiple platforms. Everybody listening to us right now live on YouTube.
Yes, yes.
Listening to us live right now on Twitter.
Boom.
Watching us live right now on Periscope.
Boom.
Watching us live right now on Ustream.
Boom.
Watching us live right now on the mother site,
Yes.
WBKS1.com.
All right.
Listening to us on the TuneIn app. Make
Boom.
sure you download the TuneIn app. We are all over the place. And listening to us and watching us on FB.
Boom.
Salute to all of y'all.
Yes.
One
Yes.
love, man.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes, we're about to get this thing started. Shout out and good morning to Denise Sparrow.
Hey, Sparrow.
Julius Gray on the check-in.
Hey,
Shachelle Gibbons. Hey, sis.
Hey.
Dorothy Norman Rucker.
Hey.
Is that Saddam? Saddam on the check-in.
Saddam, what up?
Yes. Wendy Jackman. Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
Wendy.
Muhammad. Althea Rock. And it goes on. Bob Sumner on the check. What's up, Bob?
Hey, good morning, sir.
Yes. Salute to you all. Mark Smith. We're about to get this thing started.
Right.
So let's clap it up. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So yesterday
Yes.
was, can I just say it was a hot topic and a
Still a
very
hot topic.
noteworthy topic. It was,
Yes.
we left here like food for thought, man.
Kanye West, man, he set it off, but he did what he set out to do.
Yes. Started the conversation.
He started the conversation going.
Very profitable, deep, emotionally draining conversation.
And you know what?
I'm still drained from that thing from yesterday, bro.
You know what? Actor Wendell Pierce is still going in.
Is
I
it?
thought it was like one tweet.
No. They're yeah.
Oh, so they having Twitter they having Twitter wars now?
No.
Okay.
They're very good tweets. I feel.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all know who
Very
actor
informative.
Wendell Pierce is. The man
From The
had
Wire.
some shortcomings in Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah, he was a submarine sandwich.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
I
she
remember-
called him.
I got you, but I
didn't
remember
say
him from
it.
The Wire. McNulty's partner.
That's what she called. I ain't say it.
Yeah.
That's what she called him.
And so he went on to tweet out, and we're gonna talk about a few things that's going on in the world today before we get into the topic. One of the things he tweeted out was this, Jay. This is the other thing he tweeted out.
Wow, you glorify those that murdered our mothers and fathers, raped our women, and swelled our numbers with bastards. At Kanye West, embrace those who inhumanly experimented on our bodies to watch the ravage of death for decades in Tuskegee.
Wow.
Agreed.
Bomb on
Wow,
that.
he's really
Agreed.
Drop a bomb on that.
really wow.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's perturbed.
You
think?
Vexed.
And then he came with.
Oh wow. Then he came back and he said, you lift up those that taught us a religion that they disgraced. And in the name of Jesus, bought, sold, tortured, and killed in the name of God. Slavery wasn't a choice. It was a crime against humanity without a denouncement of justice. Did I say that word right?
Yeah.
Did he miss something? Because it looked like he
might
missed
have.
something.
He might
Okay,
have.
of justice.
Wow. And then he came back with
God.
Respect.
Okay.
Agreed.
After that?
You know at Kanye West, that's who he's sending it to, of course, need to visit the new memorial of the lynching victims. Whitney Plantation of Louisiana, Gorée Island, the Slavery Museum of Liverpool, and learn about the suffering of this nightmare of human history.
Agreed.
Wow.
And then Wendell came back with.
The visit of the grave of Aristle, Harris, sold as a inn and a half with his mother, as he lost the rest of his brothers, sisters, and father to the darkness of separation, never to see them again. He was my great-grandfather
And
who
lastly,
created a
he
family
said-
he lost to
Agreed.
slavery.
And lastly, he
Apologize
said,
to his spirit and the souls of all of our ancestors who were denied the life of privilege you lead. When that is done, I pray the world chooses to forget you and the trite monotony you call music. Oh, wow.
So now,
Gee, now with Twitter, you can put that all in one sentence.
brother
But I guess
Wendell.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
we're gonna applaud,
Jeez.
but I'm also gonna have to drop a bomb on you too,
Oh my gosh.
and I'm gonna tell you why.
He should have called him.
You didn't have to talk about the brother's music. He does make some good music. You know,
that's-
the monotony.
That's subjective, though.
The
So in his-
monotony
Yeah.
you call music. Basically, he kind of went in on hip hop.
Yeah.
He went in on
He
hip
did.
hop.
I mean,
bro.
but that's his
That's his opinion.
That's his opinion.
He's a jazz fan.
That's his opinion. He don't like it, so he's gonna put it out there.
All right,
No, I
but
don't
you
like
didn't
it.
have to attack his. See,
Yeah.
this is where come
It gets
on.
ugly.
Stick
More ugly.
to the subject at hand. This is where we go too far.
No, but see, that's where we gotta stop doing it. Like that's just like whatever that news analyst. I don't even know her name. We want we want people to have opinions about some things, but they can't have an opinion about everything.
Yeah.
Like when LeBron James was talking about certain stuff and talking about Trump, and she wouldn't tell him he shouldn't have an opinion. He's a basketball player. Shut up and play basketball. What?
Yeah.
Like how do you can't do that?
No,
You can't tell him,
but he
hey,
changed
have
the
an
narrative.
opinion.
You
It
start
doesn't-
talking about his music. No, you changed the narrative. The narrative is about his statement. Slavery was a choice.
Yeah.
That's the whole narrative of it, and how disrespectful that was. So now when you go in on personal attacks, see, if I'm gonna come at you, if I'm gonna come at you about something, you know what I'm saying? If you stole money from me, I'm not gonna talk to you about I don't like the color of your motorcycle. I'm not going to talk to you about that.
I get it.
I'm going to deal with you on the issue that you stole money from me. You know, we got to stop changing the narrative to things, because that's what they did with like Black Lives Matter. They changed the whole narrative to that to mean something else or whatever like that.
Yeah,
We're gonna deal with the issue and come at somebody on the issue. Deal with that issue, bro. You don't have to attack his music. You know, I take that personal because you attacking hip hop now.
Yeah.
Talking about the monotony
Yeah.
that you call music. I ain't rocking with you on that.
I think in much the same way that people support Kanye's right to have his opinion and then have an opinion about that. I also support Wendell's opinion, and I support General's opinion of his opinion. You dig what I'm saying? The words that were spoken were explosive and very disrespectful, right? So if you put that type of, I'm not defending it or whatever, if you put that type of energy out there like that, you may be met with that type of energy in return. The deeper issue for me is the appeasement of our ancestors, which we really don't like to talk about. There are people that went before us that were disrespected. Now, am I a hip hop fan? Of course. Jazz fan, second. Hip hop first. Very big Kanye fan as well. But for Wendell, what I took from it is, listen, our ancestors that came before us were disrespected. Listen, you made a mistake. You need to go ahead and make that right. Not just to me, Dawood's opinion or my emotion.
Yeah.
You understand me? You need to make it right with the people that went before you that allowed you to have that unpopular opinion.
Well, yeah, no, I still stand with what I said yesterday. It is his opinion, and he has a right to speak freely.
Absolutely.
Which he did. Whether he was ranting about his liposuction, his pill popping, I mean, he has a right to put his business out there. People do that every single day on Facebook, and they're not even famous. So I mean,
saying, do you
know,
do you on that? Stick to the narrative.
I get it. I get that he's upset. And you know, I can't say I'm just a fan of music. It doesn't matter. I like all types. I listen to rock. I listen to, you know, country. And people wouldn't believe it if they see me. They'd think, oh, okay, you like such and such. I like all different type of music.
Yes.
But for him to just be like, you know, your music is basically subpar. Has he seen his stats?
I'm sorry, baby. You know, my father would probably classify hip hop as that. When I was
because he's older generation.
So,
different generation.
So my thing is, you know, and I'm not gonna, you know, be like, Dad, you know, blah blah blah. Like, I get it. Like,
yeah,
my father was a heavy jazz fan. The first music I really got into was jazz.
Okay.
But when I heard Run DMC, I was like, that's me. Yeah. So I'm attached to one particular form of music because generationally. Now, my father, that was his generation. So, and he was certainly, when he heard LL and the Beastie Boys, that's garbage, turn that stuff off. Look, 15 years later, he was like, Tribe Called Quest, you say. You know what I mean?
There's not a difference, like that much of a difference.
Because they infused the jazz with it.
Between our ages, you and I. There's not that much of a difference, all of us, right?
So, our age as well,
like, no, what I'm saying is, for me, my first love of music, believe it or not, was like, I guess we could call it now R&B.
Motown or no?
Like no, the first
Motown.
time that I really got to hear some music and I understood what it was, it was Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Right? And I was like, I like that. And guess what song it was?
That's pop.
ABC. That was the first song I remember hearing. And then Luther Vandross and all of them from back then, I got to experience that, and that was my love of music, my first. So I'm gonna be honest, like hip hop, I'm not really.
And just to follow up, and
y'all just did what Wendell did. Y'all changed the narrative, the whole conversation. No, I'm messing with y'all.
But the first time I heard Whitney, I was like, her? Like, you know what I'm saying? First time I heard Whitney Houston sing, I was like, yo.
But see,
she got something.
Like I said, it's
music.
It's subjective to the person. It's like how I feel about mumble rap. Like, I hate it. I think it should. I think it shouldn't exist. But there's a whole genre and age group of people that think that is the end all, the be all of music. Like, what are you talking about? Mumble rap is horrible. I think whoever invented should be shot. Personally, you know what I'm saying?
I personally share that.
So I get it. It's all subjective to your ear and what you like.
Well, maybe their pinky toe should be like hit with something, but not shot.
Shoot them in the pinky toe.
But P, am I my father now? When he was like, that Run MCLJ.
Well,
like, you know, I done turned into him in my hatred of mumble rap.
Where you want it, because we know how you feel about music. You know,
I
where you
already told you
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine to have an
Yes.
opinion about something, but if you attacking somebody for one thing,
Yeah.
don't change the narrative by
think he hit below the
and
belt?
I don't
you-
like
you
this
hitting-
either.
Do you think he hit below the belt?
You're going too far with it
Okay.
now. Talking about the monotony you call music. And,
Yeah.
and, you know, I was rocking with Wendell for a minute, but bro, you could have left that
'Cause he
out,
was just
and
checking
your
him.
statement
Yeah.
would have still been as strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's all I'm saying because now whether you realize it or not, you attacking a genre that didn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
That actually supports you and watch your films and all of that.
So
Don't-
you think it's an attack against hip hop, not
no,
just
yeah, because he
Kanye
didn't think
in
he didn't
general?
think about that. You
'Cause
got
he was angry.
Yeah, when you coming
Yeah.
at, you got to think about certain things. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because now you offending a whole genre.
Well,
And you don't even realize it.
You don't care who they
Well,
offend
let me
anymore.
tell you, people feel that way about Kanye and all of the stuff that he's been talking about. They said that, you know, they feel like he was offensive. So I'm just gonna say, Norm, how dare you get mad at Wendell for saying what he says?
And while I certainly, while I certainly hear the general and I respect him and I hear exactly what he's saying, you come to the dinner table in Atlanta, Georgia, with my family, you're going to get offended because them jokers is straight Republican, and I think they are nuts.
can't.
No. And I love, you know what I mean? I don't be like, hey, auntie, boo, you're going too far. I can't for the life of me see why but they saying the same thing about me. They think I'm as crazy as I think they are. They think I'm so what I'm gonna do? It's still my family. What I'm gonna do?
No doubt.
Yes.
All right.
So since we're talking about all of these things, so if you just joined us, you're on the Man Cave Morning Show,
Bang,
and
bang.
we are talking about what's going on in the world today.
No
so
doubt.
we were just talking about the stuff that happened yesterday because it was so heated. All of the conversations, we weren't able to read everyone text messages. We had a lot of great callers calling. Who called in yesterday? We had Tony the filmmaker, and who else?
Yes.
D. Channison Barry.
Yes, called in.
One of the creators of the documentary Dark Girls.
See, yes, and we found
And
out
Light
that
Girls.
that an exclusive is coming out. He gave us an exclusive.
Yeah, they're doing the Dark Girls too.
Yeah.
And he's definitely going to be a
Respect,
guest
Elder.
on our show. But he was very,
He's from Jersey, right?
yeah, he was very tuned into the Man Cave Morning Show
And he
yesterday.
called in all the way from he was in Hollywood.
Yes,
and he
he's
called
in
in.
Hollywood. He's working
Yeah.
on some films and
Yes.
some projects. You
We have
never know.
Miami call in.
Yes,
Yeah, people
yes.
from Miami. We have Detroit call in a lot of times. So you
convo
never
touched a
ever
lot of
know.
folks.
You never know who's
yeah.
listening.
Yes.
And, salute to everybody, man. Like I said, so many multiple platforms. People listen everywhere, in different places. Yeah.
So we found this story. I don't know if some of you have heard about it. So this armored truck spills over, and I don't know how it spilled over. So this young lady was bust out her camera, her phone, and she's filming it. All right, now watch this. Are you gonna be able to pull it up?
Yeah. Hopefully
Okay.
y'all can hear it, and let us know if you can still hear us right now.
Yeah.
Because we switched screens. Let us know if you
Yeah,
can still
put
hear
it in the
us.
chat if you can still hear us. Say yes or no. All right. So we're just gonna play the video, and then we're gonna ask you guys, what do you think of this? Would you give
What
the
would
money
you
back?
do?
It's a twist to this. So
Yeah,
we're gonna play it.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
With all of y'all, because some of y'all cruddy.
Wow.
Would you actually give the money back if cash spilled by armored
Okay.
truck caused chaos along the highway?
I ain't gonna lie. You want to know what I would do?
Yeah,
Well,
would
let's
you
play
get
it
it
first.
I would give
play the
cash
clip?
back.
All right.
Let's play it. And then record it.
Little bank trucks just dropped all this money, and people just came out here and was getting hella money. The police is here now. Look at all this money on the floor. Look at all this money. You should have seen people was getting off school buses getting this. Look at all this money. They all 20s. All this money right here. This man came and got a bag of money, y'all. Look at this.
Coco would have been gone.
Look at all this money.
Stats.
Look. All this money is on the highway.
All right, so let's be honest. Clap that up. And I'm just curious what some of you cruddy mofos would do.
Call me cruddy, but my pocket's gonna be fat because I'm out.
I ain't going front. My first impulse would be like, yo, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, it got numbers on that money.
Yeah, it comes with
Yeah.
numbers, so they can trace it.
So you spending that money or whatever like that, you probably gonna get caught like within a week. But I'm curious, how many would like just stacking in their pockets on the panel? P?
Nah, I know better. I know how the system works. So I wouldn't even go nowhere near it. Like I wouldn't have stopped or nothing. I would have kept it. I would have kept it moving. I'm be honest, because you know what? Because what if they had started shooting people? Because their job is to protect that money. They might have started popping people. Oh, you want to go pow, pow, like this? Like it's like they're being robbed. If they're under siege and being robbed, they have the authority to
but it was an accident.
Enforce deadly. But I'm saying at that point, who's to say that the accident wasn't staged for that to happen, for the truck to be robbed? You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't touch it. I'm like, oh shit, and kept it moving. Now, if I just happen to be out somewhere, and I find a bag of money, am I giving that back? Hell no. Ain't nobody around. You ain't got my life. Although Big Brother's always watching.
Yes.
But I mean, it's still a chance to get caught because, like I said, Big Brother's everywhere. But I mean, if there's nobody around, I'm gonna look around. I want to thank all the people who are being 100% honest.
I'm being honest.
Lori said, "I'm picking up as much as I can fit."
See.
Thank you for being honest, because I'm with you, girl. We gonna be somewhere.
But that's because they didn't see the rest of it. See, that was just part of the video. They actually police were already out on the scene.
Yeah,
and they actually ran up on this young lady who was taking the video. Like, where you parked? Are you parked out here? And she said, yeah, I'm parked though. This all she's calm, but they aggressive. You got any? You took any of his money? No, we ain't got no money. When we gonna check you? We're gonna check your car. We're gonna check everything.
Will would have gained some extra weight.
Oh, listen. You know, if anything, I'm transparent.
Yes.
So while I am paranoid, I'm not paranoid all the time. So if I was on my whole conspiracy, the man, Big Brother cameras is watching me, I'd have drove off. But if I'd have stopped and looked around and didn't detect no law enforcement, let me tell you something, dude. I don't mean to disrespect nobody. First of all, that money is insured.
Yeah, it
from
is
the
insured.
bank. It's gonna get replaced.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I know Norm like, here you go. This is just my process. My mental look, dog. Ooh, I came up. Because look, but let me just, yo, dog. You can't calculate what's been taken from my people.
Yeah.
So if I think I could get away with it, I knew I could get away with it. Let's be 100. If I knew I could get away with it, I'm going to deal with my karma.
Yeah.
I'm going to deal with my spiritual ramifications. Check this out. And this is for the bills of Mark. I'll sit on that money for 5 years.
I was just about to say the only way.
Do you think I would be stupid enough to spend money that I just got? I would sit on and forget about it on my 55th birthday. Hey.
balling out.
Like Norm, let's get it. Norm DJ. I can follow your Ford Norm. What? That's your mind.
Paul Joseph Williams said,
scooping that up.
The trick to this is, yes, I would keep it. Thank you for your honesty, but I wouldn't deposit it in the bank to give them the time to trace the numbers.
I would sit on that money.
Thank you.
I would sit on it.
Yes.
A lot of convenience stores, huh?
And hello, listen.
Just sit on it.
Listen. And Lori Parker said, yes, Woo, it's insured. Thank you.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Thank you. All right.
A bank?
Listen. Listen, times is hard in these streets.
Wait. Not you dropped your wallet, Norm. Damn, let me give Norm his wallet back.
With all his ID.
No. I swear to God.
I'm giving Wallace back.
With all your ID.
I swear to God, I've given Wallace back.
It's hard
money.
to get a license.
No, but I'm saying I've done that.
6
but
points.
Bank, I've given here you go, bro. I know how it go.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I don't never know your situation.
Yes.
Right.
A federally insured from the man,
who been
from the beast, who been 666,
who been stealing from you anyway,
the devil. Listen, the devil is blessing me. What?
I would be.
Devil's money.
I ain't gonna front. If I did pocket at least, a couple thousand, whatever. I would be hitting Fridays. I'll be hitting Fridays. I'll be hitting the convenience stores. I'll be hitting the little
in my hood
clothing stores downtown.
Yes.
P.
Straight up cash.
Who tracking board and market?
Nobody.
Ain't tracking no money.
Yeah, you're right.
What's up, baby? What's good?
You got change for a 20? I absolutely do. Here you go.
And everywhere I spend the money, I'm going to a spot in a hoodie, in a black hoodie.
Listen.
Everywhere I spend it's some shade.
Watch this.
No matter.
Hello, drug dealer cousin.
No, make sure you have a hat on.
We about to flip.
Have a hat on with the brim like that, and always look down. Don't look up.
Listen.
So you look up, the cameras can get you.
No matter how hot it is, keep a hoodie on.
Yo, come on, bro.
Listen.
You put that into the ghetto economy.
Now, okay, so we're talking about what's going on in the world. So we got some not so good stuff.
Okay.
Let me
then we
try.
got some positive stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let me try to find this joint.
Oh yeah.
here.
Oh, this ain't positive.
Yeah, this made me mad, and I need y'all to really be alert because
Yeah.
there's some fools out here.
So what happened was some footage by the Apollo Theater in New York captured something very crazy, and I don't understand for the life of me why people think they could get away with stuff when everybody have their cell phones and there's cameras all around. I don't understand it.
I don't know if people have ever seen the Fast and Furious. I don't know what number it is where they had Eagle Eye. You think that's just a movie? Eagle Eye is real.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Just remember that, people.
So
if you see it in the movie, it's already out here.
Norm is gonna run another video, and the video is gonna show you what's going on. So please, people, be vigilant.
Yes.
Let's stay off of these when we walk in.
Wow.
How about that?
You got to be careful. There's been a numerous amount of reports of slashings in the city and everything. It's like in a lot of urban communities as well.
Yeah.
Of slashings just
And
for no
robberies,
reason.
just for no reason.
You know, women walking, boom, run up behind and slash.
Oh, and men, you can fall victim too.
Absolutely,
Of course.
absolutely.
You ain't but flesh and blood.
Yeah, so we're gonna run this
Yeah.
clip real quick.
There's no sound, people. Watch them.
Watch them. Look
You
at
see
it.
'em?
Look at it. See it. Feel it. We're gonna run
Look.
it again. Watch this.
Watch him. Watch him real quick. He real quick.
See, this is my question.
He took the razor out of his mouth.
My God.
He had it in his jaw. She just minding her business.
You see him? Yeah, you see him together. All right. So now,
She is unsuspecting. She
Okay. minding
her business. She don't know what's going on. And this lunatic, because that's what he is.
You know, he's a coward.
You know, just why would you do that? Like, this lady is this lady is just minding her business. Minding her business. I can't even imagine.
Well, my thing is this. First of all, it's wrong. It's wrong on all counts, right?
Yeah.
But I call him a coward for several reasons. One, because he's doing something like that. Two, he passes by 3 men, right? He walks by 3 men also.
Yeah.
So he picks the female to be his targeted victim. Why is that?
Yeah.
Is it because maybe you didn't want to chance any resistance of getting your ass whipped?
Oh yeah, because you know what God.
Because I can tell you right now, if you didn't slip my jugular, if you slip my face, you know, after I realized that just happened, I'm whipping your ass. Like, so that's just cowardism to me on every level.
That's just crazy
of the situation. Like I said, it's crazy, but like I said, what mindset? What if that was your mother? What if that was your sister?
Yeah.
What if that was your daughter? What if that was your wife? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do these jokers not think about stuff like that?
No.
Like,
What?
And that karma comes around?
That type of demonic energy can't be tolerated. And while I hope that the police catch him, I hope the streets catch his ass first.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
I hope the streets catch him first. I hope people run that back. It's in the Apollo. You know what I mean? In the neighborhood,
you're
in
in
the area.
Harlem. You're in Harlem. How dumb are you that you did
I
that in
want
front of the
Harlem.
Apollo?
I want Harlem to speak about a woman.
And right in front of the Apollo Theater.
Did
This
you hear
lady-
what P
yeah.
said? Once first of all, big as once I realized, right? I'm chasing them down.
Yeah.
And I'm stomping them. Right. So
Right.
how could you do that to a woman, man? First of all, how could you do it to anybody, not just a woman?
Yeah, that's just
but
that's
to a
cowardice.
sister, man.
That's just cowardice.
Yo,
So
bro,
Danielle
get what's coming
Spencer,
to you, fam.
She said depraved individual. And good morning to everyone
Good
if
morning.
you're just joining us.
No doubt.
So you joined the Man Cave Morning Show, and we're talking about what's going on in the world today. So we have some good stuff and some not so good stuff that we're going to enlighten you all with. If you haven't heard, we're going to bring it to you. So Portia Renee, she said, good morning, beautiful people. For question 2, I have always wondered why men won't forgive when a woman cheat, but they think it's okay for them to do it. So we put that up in the caption as well.
yes,
so
and
we're
that's
gonna
that's
talk
the
about
next,
that too.
Yes, we are going to talk about
All
that today.
Yes. So we're
Thank you for that,
definitely
Portia.
thank you. We're definitely going to talk about that as well, and I'll read the rest of your comment when we get to that. And Sandy B said that's some kind of gang initiation.
Absolutely.
I
Really?
felt that, but to me
Really?
that's just
No,
so
it
Wow.
weird. Because remember one time they were telling you to be careful when you go to your car at
Yeah,
night and make sure
exactly.
you look under your car because they
Yeah.
would be under your car and they would do something to your legs to
Right.
get you immobilized
Yeah.
so that they can attack you or whatever. Oh, remember with the perfume,
Yeah.
don't smell
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
Who thinks of this stuff? If you got time to think
Devilish.
of that negativity,
Devilish,
you
yeah.
got time to get out here and get a
Devilish.
job.
But see,
function.
let me tell you why it's definitely a gang initiation, because they ain't try to rob her or nothing like that. You know, they just basically slashed her, and a lot of this has been going on heavily in the city in a lot of urban areas. So something's going on, people. You got to definitely be very vigilant, ladies. If partner up, go
It's
somewhere
safety
in
in
threes.
numbers.
Safety in numbers,
That's a
exactly.
fact, yep.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So
If it is gang initiated, what's up, OGs? OGs sanction it? Like
Yeah,
what gang?
they do. That's the problem.
Wow. Then
Slashing chicks?
grown
gangs
ass men.
have changed from what I know.
Wow.
That is not an OG move.
back in the
Wow.
day,
Like, I don't know, not new.
back in
Wow.
the day, to be a part of a gang, the initiation was to do something to yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Or you
had to
gotta
do something to
gotta
yourself.
fight 10-minute fight. You know, you gotta fight.
Do
a bunch
something
of-
to
you gotta-
yourself.
You gotta,
Like
you gotta
what?
show that you
You
show
get
that
jumped
you
in.
got
Sleep at
some-
a
Like what?
graveyard.
Drink some bleach? What?
No,
I
like
don't
10
understand.
dudes beat your ass.
get
You
some
get jumped in.
I
You know
don't
what I mean?
get it. I'm not doing nothing to
I
myself.
get
I
it,
love
but-
me. What?
Back in the day, you get jumped in. You
Okay.
understand?
okay.
Against 10 men, you wearing an ass whooping, prove your
crazy.
manhood, and
Protect
keep
the
it
face
push.
and the teeth.
Right, and,
That's
and,
all.
and ball up in the ball, get your ass whooped, get up, let's push.
It's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
But this right here, nah, bruh. Nope.
Yes.
But that's the thing. It's usually someone inferior to you and unsuspecting. Like how does that make you a tough guy or a tough girl? You know, because there was one point where they was
That's
doing
crazy.
the knockout thing. But they were
Yes.
targeting, like I said, they targeting women, they targeting old
I
people.
can't-
Yes.
You know, you're gonna walk up and knock out an old man. That makes you a tough guy because you just knocked out an old man.
Somebody that's 65,
Yeah,
75,
70
that's
years. But
minding their business.
But listen, that didn't work all the time because some of these 65 and 70-year-old jokers
clap back
still,
on your
still
ass.
got some spice in them and was whipping
Right.
some of these jokers behind.
Right.
You know, they thought that it was going to be an easy win, and they wound up getting their asses whipped. So
I don't
you know,
understand
But I don't
that.
know. I don't know when the code turned to cowardice. Like I thought the whole point of the gang was manhood. That's a coward. It's a cowardly act. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
cowardly
crazy.
call. I don't get it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't get it.
We got some good stuff though.
Okay, please give us some good news,
All right,
please.
we got some good stuff. So y'all remember the brother from the Waffle House, James Shaw?
Yes.
That was the hero.
Yes.
That was the hero, and basically
That the
his
president
actions,
still haven't spoken to.
absolutely, and his actions
please.
basically
I'm just saying.
caused a lot of people to live.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
caused
Yes.
a lot of people to live.
a lot of lies, and
And
including
I
his
need
own.
to say this.
Mm.
And he didn't have a badge or a gun.
Wow.
I
No
say
badge, no gun,
I say it.
nothing. True hero,
Mhm.
and needs to be praised even more. And now that the president didn't acknowledge it or whatever, or wasn't no praise from the White House too much. Shout out,
Because there were probably very good people on both sides of this one too.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, very good people on both sides.
They were busy.
The gunman just had a rough life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ellen DeGeneres. Let's clap it up for Ellen.
I love
can't
her.
turn my volume down.
I love her. She's amazing.
Let's clap it up. She can just turn it up. There you go. So now,
I'll mess with your engineer stuff. You know, I'm just learning.
shout out. That's right. You are. You are.
I cannot.
When two best friends do a radio show together.
He's been skipping a lot of classes. This is why.
I cannot.
But nah.
Yes.
Shout out to Ellen DeGeneres, man, for just honoring this
Yes.
young brother,
Yes.
James Shaw, and everything. I'm gonna run a clip in case y'all didn't see the clip, but this was very, very touching, and thank you for acknowledging him as a hero. And we're gonna go to this clip right now.
So you started raising money for the people that were killed. There were 4 people that died from this. And you started, so not only does he step in and do this, but he starts a GoFundMe to pay for funerals for the people that were shot. And for the families, you raised $215,000.
Thank you. Thank you.
mean, so he does this and raises money for the families and for funerals, and then some people decided to start a GoFundMe for you to raise money for you and your daughter, and so over 6,000 strangers have chipped in, and now I think it's $205,000 that they've raised for you. And our friends at Shutterfly were inspired by you, and they want to add $20,000 to that GoFundMe. This is, by the way, I should mention that the journalist Yashar Ali started this for you, and so it brings the total to $225,000. So today, we're giving you that check for $225,000.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
That definitely gets caught.
Listen, the campaigns are ongoing, so go to our website to learn how you can donate.
Wow.
Wow.
Clap that.
That was
up.
amazing.
That was amazing. And his face lighting up is just.
I swear he could be the double for that guy that played and Get Out.
Everybody saying that.
What's new?
He ain't in the sunken place.
I think that guy is a hero
Yeah.
and a patriot.
Yes.
And I think that his selfless act to decide to do what he did. A lot of times, you know, we always ask ourselves, what will we do? But it's funny how evil doesn't ask. Evil just goes ahead and kills people, just does. But us good people, wait a minute, what about this? What about that? He made a decision, and that decision saved the lives of people. So God bless that brother. And thank you, Ellen, for putting a spotlight on that hero. That brother's a patriot and a hero. Yeah. God bless him and everything that he did.
Yeah, because it's horrible. It's horrible, reprehensible. The fact that the so-called commander-in-chief of this country that's supposed to be so great, that he's making great, has not acknowledged anything. Or the White House, like they just, Sarah Huckabee, whatever her name is, just put out a statement, I think, yesterday about, oh, we're trying to work out him. Like, what? How long ago did this happen?
Work out what?
So now you're trying to reach out to him? Like, that should have been, that day, he should have got a phone call.
Yes.
The president should have been flying to him and the site and, you know, this is a horrible thing. We have to, we have to eradicate this thing going on. Like, no, none of that. Not one word. Not one word was said, was uttered. And that is horrible.
Yeah.
It is deplorable. It's horrible.
Deplorable.
When I think back to the white supremacists that took the car and ran over people.
Yeah.
And the president commented at that time and said, they're good people on both sides, but yet he's silent with a patron, with a hero. That speaks volumes. First, I agree with you 100%. I don't expect anything from this administration.
No, zero.
Except silence or compliance, which is standing with white supremacists, violent people, and cowards. That's what I expect.
Because had the rhetoric been flopped around, had it been for dead white people and a black gunman, it'd be like, we have to do something about these thugs in America. And they're blah 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 blah. It would have been special.
And had that guy been white, right, going up against a black gunman.
Well, that's what it said.
Right.
Yes.
His face would be on a $20 bill.
Like
he'd be a coin of them.
Yeah.
With right wing nuts with rifles. Yeah.
He would have got his own parade.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So
But they're silent by that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. A lot of the right wing pundits absolutely silent. Have nothing to say about that.
All right, we're gonna take a call. Caller from the 678. State your name when you're calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
What's going on, y'all? It's Julius Gray.
What's
up? Welcome to the show, bro.
Man, chilling. I would like to offer an opinion on why this president has not said anything about James Shaw.
Let's have it.
Go ahead.
My opinion is he's not saying anything about James Shaw because James Shaw did what he claimed he would do in the Florida shooting.
Wow.
I remember that. Yes.
Wow.
And being that Mr. Shaw is a young black man who did what he said he would have done in Florida is probably why he hasn't said anything about this young man, and probably will not say anything about this young man.
Yeah. I'm gonna clap that up.
Well, I appreciate that, but I feel as though that would make me want to say something to someone because you were gonna do what I said I would do. So let me congratulate you for stepping up. You understand what
Absolutely.
Now that's when, one second, that's when I show the world that I see no color. You understand what I'm saying? If I want to get in good with the masses, I want to make America great again, I have to be the one to set that example.
Yes.
You understand?
But here's the other
that's
problem.
Crazy. I know.
He doesn't like being rejected either.
Yeah,
we got a president that doesn't like being rejected. So he feels as though, you know what? If I invite this young man to the White House and then he says no, and then he says no, you know, I decline. He's going to feel more like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? And like he's going to be ridiculed. Like daggone, the hero don't even want to come to the White House.
Why would you though?
But that's why he probably, you know what? I'm just not even going to say nothing about this.
But this is the thing that I'm sorry, Boo. This is the thing for me with him being number 45 and who he is. I would have thought that would have been a good thing to do because someone risked their life. They're not a serviceman.
Exactly.
You understand? They were not a police officer. They weren't like a private detective. They were just an ordinary citizen who stepped in and did something extraordinary.
Right.
Oh, and did y'all hear that he's been getting ready? Somebody nominated him to get the Nobel Prize.
Wow.
Oh, y'all didn't hear that?
Who, the young man?
Nope.
Number 45. Y'all didn't hear that?
What? Oh, no. Let me unclap that.
I'm sorry.
Unclap that.
Yeah.
Well,
How
do I take claps back?
Did you know that, Julius? Did you hear about that?
Yes, I actually knew it. I actually heard about that.
For what?
Absolutely ridiculous.
Oh,
for North and South Korea. North and South Korea.
So for the thing that he has had nothing to do with.
They want to nominate.
Wow.
That's America.
But according to him, he said he had everything
to do with it.
Of course he did.
What I always
House Republicans.
It was me.
Nominate Trump. House Republicans nominate Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Getting back
excuse me, guys. Real quick, I know that you guys have started focusing on the good things that are happening, but there was also something that happened down here in Atlanta yesterday that was really messed up.
Talk about it.
A young lady was driving along. A young kid was selling water, you know, on the side of the street at the corner. The young lady didn't want to buy any water from him, so he proceeded to cuss her out. And then as she started to pull off, the young man pulled out a 9mm and let off a couple of shots in her back window.
Oh my God! Is she okay?
Yes, she is okay. The bullet was inches away from hitting her. It is actually lodged in her dashboard.
Oh my God! Did she have anybody in the car, kids?
I'm sorry?
Did she have anyone in the car with her, or was it just her?
No, it was just her.
Oh my
God. She was actually on her way to get her daughter.
Wow.
I cannot.
The people are nuts because I don't want to buy your water now. Now you're gonna try to kill me because I didn't.
Yes, and this was a child, not a teenager. This was a child.
Wow.
She said he couldn't have been no more like 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
Oh my God! I hope they catch him and they try him with attempted murder. I'm sorry, because if you're old enough to pull out a 9 on someone, you got to do the time, bro. Sorry.
Exactly. But the sad part is, I mean, there's a lot of sad parts, but to me, she almost got shot because she didn't want to buy water.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
My God. The world we live in.
Yeah, the world is
crazy.
What's
going on in the world today? That's the stuff that we're talking about today. Terrible. You wanted to say something, Will?
Yeah, wow. Thoughts and prayers to that young lady. I hope the young man is caught and dealt with. What I was trying to say, right, before we got sidetracked with this negativity, was going back to this hero, Brother Shaw. James Shaw is his name?
Yes.
The person, the hero of the Waffle House. What I wanted to say, and then we'll address the issue in Atlanta, was this young man does not fit the narrative of the thug, of the criminal, of the irresponsible, of the violent. he's the exact antithesis, and that's why I was going to say you're not going to see blowback from the White House. He's not going to be on Fox News. He's not going to be on these conservative pundits and stuff like that, because he goes against the grain and he's showing another side. As I was trying to get that thought out, you know, Jay is talking about what happened down in Atlanta, which is I'm speechless. Like that's horrible.
If you put him on Fox, he'll be the thug of the situation, even though he was the hero. Put him on Fox. Somehow they'll spin a narrative that it was probably him. He was there because he sold the gun.
So while I get me banging on the desk and always negative, I just also want to just underline that hero, that patriot, that brother that put his life in harm's way to save other people's lives. Now,
good for him.
Now back to the shenanigans at hand.
So Love Nick said, that's
thank you
not
also,
okay.
Julius.
Yes, thank you,
saying that,
Julius.
bro.
We appreciate you. She said that's not okay on any level, and I know she's talking about the water situation, which to me is still boggling my mind. Sandy B, good morning. If he was white with the white gunman, he would have gotten a call, and we're talking about the young man who James Shaw, stopped the shooter at the Waffle House. And we already know, privilege. Okay.
Right.
Paul Joseph Williams said, unfortunately, this country is only so far away from turning fiction into reality, and as in The Purge. I never saw that. I don't do scary.
That's a deep
I never
movie,
saw
though.
that.
Yeah,
wow.
I agree.
Portia Renee said, this happened to me in Houston on Sunday as I went out on my birthday weekend. I was hanging out at so sorry. I was hanging out at Sam's Place, which is a stationary boat. I met a guy who walked with me to the Martini Bar on his way to the club across the street. Martini Blue was closed, so I left to go back to the boat. The guy saw me leave and ran across the street and grabbed my arm to prevent me from leaving. So I took off running back to Sam's. I told my friend what happened.
Crazy.
The guy came up behind me and she ran him off the boat. The police saw it and I filled out a report. He told me that was aggravated kidnapping. Be careful out there, women. Wow. I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad you're safe as well.
And that's terrible. You can't even go out and enjoy yourself and expect to come home the same way you left out, because people are nuts. People are crazy.
Yeah, that's why I keep my wife down in the basement with an ankle bracelet around her. Just shackled up, you know what I'm saying? When she get hungry, you can come upstairs in the kitchen and eat, babe.
And I know it's sad.
I want nothing to happen to her.
Listen, I know. I get it. Let me tell you, I understand this, and I'm going to tell you why I understand this being a woman, and the only woman that's on this panel. For me, when I come home and I park my car is parked. I don't care if I get home 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It's parked. I'm not coming back out. And I think about back in the day when our parents would be home by a certain time.
Yes.
And we thought that they were old fuddy-duddies and they were corny and they weren't hip or cool anymore, right? I've turned into my parents because I don't want to be out past a certain time either, unless I'm with a group or my husband, because it's crazy out here. People are doing stuff to make you, and you know what? I want to say this. Someone mentioned The Purge, right? I never saw the movie.
I saw it.
Because I don't do scary, but I never saw the movie. But think about this. You know, the objective to people being in gangs and all these little groups, their objective is to instill fear. So when I went for my SORA license, they give you a test on all of this stuff. And they put that in there, that the objective of gangs are to promote fear so that we don't come outside, so that we stay in the house. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to have anybody running my life.
True indeed. No,
you
true
understand?
Indeed.
You have to live, you know, but you have to be vigilant and mindful. And I promise you, people, stay off of these when you're walking. It's not that important. Stay off of these because this could be the catalyst that will cause the cutter to cut your face.
Let me tell you what bothers me about a lot of women, and I take when I'm on the train sometimes or whatever, like. We got to break out of this habit of putting both earphones in your ear and walking around with the earphones in your ear, whatever like that, because you can't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Other day I
the music on 10.
I ran up on my wife coming from the train station, right? She didn't even know. She was like, oh my God. I said, because you got the earphones in your ear.
So you going to give her a heart attack?
So you going to give her a heart attack and make her pee on herself.
I was just walking towards her. I was just walking towards her, meeting her at the train station. And she's freaking out because she was so into her music or whatever. You got to cut that out. When you out in public.
Yeah, you got to be vigilant.
Yeah, and you jogging, I get it. You want some music and all of that, but just leave one ear open.
While I agree, it should be a balance. I don't want to live in fear.
Yeah.
But, I got kids and stuff like that. Women definitely have to be vigilant.
Yeah.
And mindful of their circumstances, what's going on. Because, I remember my daughter coming back from Manhattan and some guy with her friends. And some guy exposed himself.
Oh, wow.
Now, as a man, I'm not there. I can't be like,
Yeah.
whether you think I'm Superman or I think I'm or not.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to constantly be mindful. That's number one. Number two, you got to be mindful of what you're projecting. Now, I don't want you walking around with your chest stuck out, but cowards can sense fear.
Yeah.
So I need your head up.
Facts.
I need you making eye contact with, you know what I mean, and projecting a certain energy. Now, so far as this criminal element in my neighborhood,
right?
Have I been victimized by that? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And to your point, when I used to be a husband, I'm not no longer, but I was definitely on. Yeah, here we go. I was definitely on. No, real talk. I was definitely on. Like, yo, so you in for the night, right?
Yeah.
And we would get into like confrontations about that. Like, yo, dude, so you got everything you need, right? Like, I'm protective. Like, I know these guys are as well. It's ladies. It's not just all. A male chauvinist.
Yeah.
Listen,
it's real threats.
I'll go get that for you, honey. I want me some ice cream, and I'm gonna go outside.
Oh, wow.
You know how y'all,
Right.
You know how y'all women do.
Ready ice.
My wife don't have no problem waking me up 2 o'clock in the morning.
Talking about go get.
I want some chips and dip.
Right. Go get it.
And I'd be like, damn, babe, you gonna send me out in the street?
Chips
2 o'clock in the morning?
Better you than her.
It's just 7-Eleven.
I'm gonna be 100 though.
Stay chill with
I'm
that.
good for the 7-Eleven runs, those type of places, because I know why? They always have security there. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that may not always work because the robber, the criminal, he don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
His whole objective when he wake up is to wreak havoc on the world.
Yeah.
So he don't care. But when I'm in, and I cuss my kids out. They be like, "Could you?" Nope. My car is parked. The club is on. It ain't moving.
She said the club.
And caller from the 908. State your name. Where you calling from? You're the Man Cave Morning Show.
Good afternoon, family. How's everybody?
All right.
We're well.
All right. Who's
this is Brother Tim Beverly.
Hey, what's up, Tim?
How's everybody doing?
We doing good, man. What's going on?
Just I'm cutting hair, so I'm in between cutting hair. So I just want to take a little time off. Time out just to give my point of view of your subject today.
Okay.
Because the fact that when we don't realize, Brother Dawood, we all talks about it, and we go back and reflect on how was the old community built.
Right.
And these are the things that have not been traditionally passed on. So now we have a disconnection with our children. If you look at the relationship between our male and female today, it's all in the making. Like we talked yesterday, and I expressed about Brother Kanye, that there's a disconnection that we are very limited to. It's called cultivation. We all had the same mind, the same thing, and we lived on a code that kept us together.
Yes.
Now today, when you're looking at young people who have been left to fend for themselves, and they're gravitating to those who accept them but not good for them. And this is what you were talking about when you talk about the possible initiation just to get accepted.
Yes.
Because those who are the OGs came up through a period of fear. So now he has to build a force around him and his objective that people would be reluctant to deal with him or deal with the group.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he build that protective force around him, he's secure.
I totally agree.
I'm like many of you. We come into the inner cities where a lot of our struggles leave us very vulnerable. All right. So, like we talk about the family relationship, and matter of fact, I'm dealing with that in my own family right now.
Okay.
And we're trying to fix things that we can have a better future and relationship among ourselves, and hope that has some effect in our community also.
I think,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. So for me, as a single mom, because I was a single mom for some time after my husband and I had separated, my kids' dad, right? And I only have one son. So I think my son was more afraid of me than he was afraid of anything else. And I think from the time he was between 3 and 5, I drilled it in his head. You're not going to be this way. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. This is how you're going to act. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I did that.
That also gave him some security.
Yes, and the fact that I would beat the mess out of him if he embarrassed me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, we up on our game.
Yeah.
What we do at the house, you don't have to worry about what's going on the outside, because, like I said, our works reflect
exactly
from home to when we out in the community. I have a mother, and she was by herself with 8. I knew she put the law out with us, on us.
Yes.
Prior to leaving the house, if you messed up, you got dealt with.
Yes, just that look. Just that look. But nowadays, with the younger generation, that look means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, they look back at you like, what?
Yes.
I think that
not my house.
And that's because 1976. I'll never forget this day. Before when the state came in and was passing cards out to students. If you are being disciplined at home, here's a card that you can use to call.
Oh,
and when they interrupt the relationship that the parent had over the child, is what caused them to rebel.
Yeah, that didn't work out in my household.
It didn't work in mine either.
I wasn't calling nobody.
That work in mine either.
I think that what I wanted to say was, back in the day, you were afraid of your parent.
Yep.
Now parents are afraid of the children.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Number
two.
If you're getting told that there's a violation of you disciplining your child, then your hands are tied.
Yes. Right.
Secondly,
but what we're saying, our parents, excuse me, please, our parents in the rear said, I don't give a two cent what you say.
That's right.
I'm responsible of this one, because see, you're ready to shoot, kill, blame him if before even put him in prison, you done did everything that you're telling me that I can't do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. Wow.
Okay, so you're very hypocritical in your justice.
Yeah.
So as a conscious parent, if anybody met my son, you'll see that he was properly raised and he knew the fear of God with him.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, man.
Yes. Woo, you want to say something?
We definitely want to thank you for calling in.
Yes, we appreciate you
We
calling us
appreciate
in while
you.
you're working.
It's always a pleasure. Like I said, I'm in between cutting hair, so let me get back. I appreciate you taking my call. May God continue to bless all of you.
Thank you so
Brother
much.
Tim, I'll talk to you soon, man.
Yes.
So
One love, baby. One love.
respect.
One love.
If you look at what brother was talking about, there was something that happened to us historically in terms of child protective services, the welfare system, and the way in which we interact with, and combined with the influx of drugs into the community.
Yeah.
That's what happened in the 70s, right? Now in the 80s, that historical influx was then turned against us to say, well, if you possess the drugs and the guns that we poured into your community, we're going to double down on the criminalization.
Yeah.
So first thing they did was destroy the family, because we've never had money. Ever. We've never had money. As a matter of fact, we were 3/5 of a human being, could not legally be married, but managed in that circumstance to maintain a mother and a father within the household, even though they tried to break us up. If you look at the 60s and the social welfare systems, it destroyed the family, and then it inserted guns and it inserted drugs, right? And then it criminalized what they gave us. Not to blame, oh, it's the white man, it's the white man. These are historical facts. If you look at the reason that our community is the way it is, the father was taken from the household, which is why you have generations of women that are on welfare, Section 8, in the projects, and they say, I'm going to have me a baby so that I can get my own apartment. This was unheard of for my grandparents, who came from down south,
right?
Who were dirt poor with no education, but stayed together as a family. As soon as we began to think that a family was not a mother and a father, but a mother,
and
as soon as a mother and the children, aid to women and children, that's not a family. What a family is a mother and a father. And lastly, you know what a family is too? A mother and a father, whether they're divorced or married.
Okay. So yes, we're gonna read some comments, but remember he made the comment about DYFS getting involved, right? I remember I was 13 and my oldest sister had a kid, and my mother and her
80s,
had a
right?
beef, right?
It's the 80s?
Yes, the 80s.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was 13. My mother had a beef with my sister. They were always getting into it. I'm very respectful of my elders. That's just me. It's inside. I didn't have to be taught that. So she said to me, do not do anything for her. Now, how do you not do anything for your brothers and sisters, right? I'm one of those people. You need help, I'm gonna help you.
Right.
I threw a pamper in the garbage. My mother didn't allow dirty diapers in her home. You had to take them outside. I take the diaper outside. I throw it in the trash. Who meets me at the door? My mother. And she was Cookie before Cookie was even thought of. She hit me with a 2x4.
Wow.
Across my arm. And I'm quick, y'all. Arm went up because I'm protecting my face, right? So I had this big knot on my arm.
Right.
Guess what I did? I called DYFS.
That's right.
I called DYFS.
Wow.
Okay, I got a card from the school. I called DYFS, right?
Mm-hmm.
They came to my mother's house.
Right.
I can't tell y'all what all the names she called me. And she said, I'll pack her stuff and y'all could take her with you.
There you go.
And know what they said? Well, we can't do that.
Well, then you better
But
get the hell out of my house.
She said, well, don't come on my property no more.
Yeah.
She said, because the next time you come here, you will be taking her. I was like, now I got to stay here for more abuse? you understand? So he's
Looking
right.
like,
yes.
help, boy, you said you were gonna help me.
Please take me. I don't want to be here. This lady's crazy.
Listen.
And I was a good girl. So I'm just saying DYFS did get involved and they did come in and tell you what you can't do to your kids.
Yeah.
And
But
we use that to the advantage.
Still would have got your ass beat. I'm sorry.
But my
After
thing,
they left, you want to beat me some more?
Let me tell you, number one rule in my household, growing up.
Yes.
What happens in this house
stays in this house.
In this house.
Not when you hit me with a 2x4. I got to call the law.
I gotta call the law.
He do, your father do, I do, whatever. It stays in this house.
No, I was a good girl.
See,
I was a good girl, and she hit me with that stick because she couldn't hit my sister with that. So she took it out on my little bony behind.
See, my thing is this though: if the government or governmental services are going to try to intervene on the family dynamic of how you raise your child, then if said organization comes to you, like I said, cause that would have been my same response to him, like, oh well, you taking her with you then? Oh no, Mr. Jordan, we can't do that. Then you need to get the F off my property because she's not going to live in this house. And I'm not saying you do anything wrong, but she's not going to live in this house and do X, Y, Z. And you tell me that I can't discipline her to make her do X, Y, Z that she's supposed to do. But if I do it, it's wrong. But like you said, like the caller said, like Tim said, you don't allow me to do my job, but that's them in the streets, and you've done everything to them that you told me I can't do.
Yeah.
And taking them off this planet. So guess what? If you let me do my job in the beginning, we won't get to that point that you have to do these things.
Facts.
So it's so detrimental. Like I said, and me as a child, I never would. Man, listen,
So
I would have been so scared to death. Like you said, I'm very respectful of my elders. I'm 47 years old. Be 48 soon, right? I still to this day don't curse in front of my parents and stuff.
Hello, I
and if I'm going to say one, I apologize first. I'd be like, excuse, if I got to get a point across, not to them, but in a conversation, I'd be like, excuse me for what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
But blah, blah, blah. Like I don't do that. I'm a grown man. Could I if I wanted to?
My daughter is 30, and
do that.
she lets off some curses in front of me a lot, and I had to tell her one day. I said, can you do me a favor? I said, I know you're grown, but respect me enough not to cuss in front of me, because guess what? We are not the Kardashians.
No, exactly.
Okay, that just don't work for me, because I don't curse in front of my aunts, my stepmother, my mom. You understand what I'm saying?
You told her that what she said.
She gave me the look, but then she was like, respect I understand, and I apologize.
She told you to go on Broad Market?
No.
Oh, wow.
Listen, let me tell you what would have happened.
Man,
I wouldn't be on this show.
Yeah.
2 to 102. You can get it.
Yeah,
okay? You can get it.
What always has stood black folks in good stead through difficult times was traditions and values.
Yes.
Because we don't have white privilege, we don't have money, and we don't have power in that sense.
Yeah.
So what always stood us in good stead was family values, education, respect, and stuff. So when you take away the family dynamic from these children, when you take parenting away from them, you then give them free access to knowledge. So now you have children thinking they're intelligent. Yeah, they got the cell phone and looking at it all the time, but they have no wisdom.
Yeah,
because there's no one there
big
to say, "Hey, thus and so."
Yeah,
my grandmother would not have gave a damn about no cell phone. My grandmother would have, took it out of my hand and popped me over the head with it. So when you look at how systematically, now I will accept blame as an adult because I am also 47 and I do everything that I can to be an adult. I mean, real talk, even though I got stuff, with me, I try to make sure that I relate to these children as adults and as a father would, even if they're not my biological.
Yes.
When you remove wisdom from knowledge, you have danger. So you got kids that can't delay gratification. They antsy. Can't sit, can't focus, can't listen, can't stick to this, can't stick to that. Now, we could talk about whose fault it is. Some of it is our fault. Some parts of the government's fault. But I feel deeply, right, for young people that have all this knowledge and no ability to apply it. The way they learn to apply knowledge is sitting at my feet and your feet and your feet and your feet. The last thing they want to do is sit and listen to us.
Okay.
Now, is there reasons for that? Can we do a show about it and blah, 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 me banging on the desk? Right? Guess what, baby? One day we're not going to be here. So you got a person who hasn't been instilled values or wisdom, and now they're 47. And so now what are they? See, what young people don't understand is that one day they're going to be us.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yep.
And what are they going to pass on and pass on and pass on?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I like this platform that we have, because I'm trying the best I know how to give.
So I'm gonna read some of the comments.
And let's read some of the comments.
I'm gonna read some of the comments. Vereen Brown, she said, young folks can't handle rejection.
No.
It's okay to be rejected, not assault a victim. And we're talking about the slashing, because we're a little delayed, guys. So that's what that's coming from.
Yes.
And good morning, Hayes, Raynell Dorsey.
Hey, Raynell.
Well, she said, tie my hands because before I ever allow my kids to be disciplined by the system or jail, I'll do it first.
Take them out.
And I am absolutely sure that they are more afraid of me.
That's right.
Gavel bang, not having it.
So I'm assuming you're not your child's friend.
No, that's a problem when you become a friend. Julius Gray. you know you made it when you make it to the barbershop convo.
I was just thinking about that yesterday.
Let's clap that.
That's
Thank
facts.
you,
So
Norm.
that's facts.
Shout out to brother Tim.
Norm and P got me in the barbershop. I'm a star. Shit.
Portia Renee.
I'm in the barbershop?
Portia Renee said, I agree. My parents were married for more than 50 years. My dad passed. By the grace of God, I didn't have children until I was married. I didn't want to raise children alone, and I didn't. Wait, I'm sorry. And didn't children unless then I guess she didn't want to have children unless she was with the father. We're divorced now, but co-parent together and get along great. She says she's very thankful for that. Okay. And Sandy said your mic is off, bro.
Yeah, it's back on.
He says back on. Okay.
She wanna hear her baby.
Vereen Brown said, I
it.
agree. My sister had a baby at 14 years. She caught double hell, and she said she got now I'm not sure if she got married. Did you get married, Vereen, at 19, or your sister? So I think it was Vereen. Yes, she wanted out. I guess got tired of catching the hell because I caught it too. Why are you mad at me? I'm not the one that had a baby.
Right,
wow.
The one that hit me with a stick. You want to beat the life out of me.
Wow.
Yes, Raynell Dorsey again. She said, I'm with the fellas, laugh out loud. Soon as they leave, now come on and get this whipping. Old school matters.
That's
She
right.
said, I learned it from my mama, and I'ma pass the whipping right on down.
You know what? I never, and it's funny, right? When I really look back at it, I never beat my son.
Yeah.
I never beat my son,
You never
right?
had to, right?
What?
I'm asking.
He got a love him to death. He got a mouth on him.
He a tourist, right?
Yeah, he a tourist. He a tourist, but he got a mouth on him. Good kid, smart kid. But I never beat my son. I always use my voice.
The threatening.
My voice.
The if you don't
Well, you better. If you don't. Man out. You know,
Why
That's
you're a blabbermouth.
That's me all day. That's me all day.
Oh my God.
I'm not the dude that's going to, like, trust me, like one of my boys, and I ain't putting you on blast. That's why I ain't gonna say your name. His son said something slick one day. He punched him right dead in his chest, knocked him right on the ground.
So you got.
And I was like, oh man.
Can I tell you? I know somebody that knocked their son tooth out.
Oh wow! I ain't gonna knock his tooth out.
No, let me tell you, this not the type of brother you want to do this to. All right, because he had been locked down, and he wasn't in his life a lot because of his circumstances.
Okay.
So he really didn't know how to associate with him and to deal with him because he has been locked down most of the kid's life.
Yeah.
So, but the kid mouth off at him, right?
Can't do that.
Let me tell you what he did. He literally jumped up in his father's face. And before that was something he bargained for. He beat the brakes off of him and knocked his tooth out. Now, I don't condone that. I don't condone anybody Angie stoning their kids.
Who's Angie stoning them?
Angie stoning
Angie
them?
Stone. Y'all didn't remember she did the same to her daughter? She knocked her daughter's teeth out too?
Oh wow, nah. I didn't know
Okay,
that.
Google it. So yeah, so I don't agree with that, but sometimes I remember my daughter, she's grown now and have her own baby, but she was mouthing off at me. And it took me a split second just to think, did she just... And she was on the phone. So whoever she was on the phone with, what's giving her that courage?
Yeah.
I must have popped her in her mouth about 5 times with one hit. She was like, stop hitting me. And I was in a car, so I'm driving. Bah, 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 bah. Could have killed us both, right? But just the audacity to think you and I are here.
Yeah.
We'll never be here.
Right.
I'm always going to be here because you're my child.
Yeah.
And you're going to show some respect or I'm going to beat it out.
Full disclosure, my wife was always the one that handed out the ass whoopers. I think we had this conversation before. And like Norm, right, I would definitely use my voice. All I could say, and I have 2 wonderful kids, and thank God my wife from Baxter Terrace, right, she used to regulate. All I could say about that from the male perspective is,
yes,
when the disrespect got to a point, there's a certain look I'm gonna get in my eye. Number 1, you're not my equal, right?
Not close.
You're not. So I'm not gonna be in fear of you. All I could say is, as a man in the house that didn't do the corporal punishment, but there was corporal punishment, but
right.
When it got to the point with my son, it was like, all right, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then one time we both challenged each other to a fight. It was ridiculous.
That happens with father and son.
Well, father and son go through this weird thing. All I could possibly say while I'm not Superman, right? When you look into my eye, you gonna know that you're putting your life in jeopardy at this point because it's about respect.
Wow.
Now, kids, they pop off. They think they know everything. They think they this and they think they that. As a man, there's a certain tone that Norm gets. Man, I remember one time I got on my father's face and did that flinch thing.
Never.
My father did not flinch. And he
looked at you like,
and Norm, when I did that, now he never hit me. But when he didn't move, I was like,
oh man, I'm in trouble.
That was a mistake.
Let me tell you.
And
my
you
father did not move.
Let me tell you,
I was
bro.
like, oh my God, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me.
The mistake I made was thinking because my father was my father was on disability for a minute.
Because he had a back issue.
He had a back issue. He had to walk with a cane, whatever like that. The mistake I made was like, whatever, man. I'll do it when I feel like it. Shut the hell up.
Oh wow!
You cussed at your dad?
Yo. This was the young Norm.
I'm glad he spared you and you still here today.
Check this out.
The ninja came out with the cane.
The cane. I never knew you could do so many damn things with the cane. And he had a cane that turned into a sword.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you pull it out.
He had
the
that,
old
that
school.
type of cane, whatever like that.
The old school.
You pull it out and it's a sword.
They still make it.
Right. You.
They still make it.
When I tell you,
and what your mother say though?
I had so many whelps.
Baby, don't kill him.
What your mother say?
My mother just went downstairs in the kitchen.
We
was arguing upstairs.
She
just went downstairs.
She didn't want to be a witness.
No part.
No, she didn't want to be witness.
She was like, Brad, don't you hurt that boy, and just walk downstairs.
Yeah, because
she knew what was coming next.
Called him Brad. She said, Brad, don't you hurt? Man, he tore my.
And Norm looked just like his father, by the way. They can be twins.
Yeah. He tore my.
I could tell you, I've
deserved it.
I never, just as tough guy as I am, I never did that challenge. I was not crazy. I'm not puffing up. I'm not talking slick. I do it when I want. Ain't none of that come out of my mouth in my house. I am not nobody's fool.
Listen, okay.
Thank you, Dad, for sparing my life. That's all I can say.
Let me say this.
I'm only here because he decided not to kill me.
There you go.
That's the only reason I'm talking right now. Like, it is what it is.
That is crazy, and I remember because I have a twin sister, so we have other brothers and sisters, but she and I are the very closest. I remember one time she called my mother the B word.
Oh,
not behind her back.
It's not me, Ma. It's her. Don't get us mixed up.
You know how you remember that movie Color Purple? Time to go. I couldn't save her. I couldn't save her. I said, ooh, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to run. I didn't know where to hide because I promise you, my mother.
See, no, the thing that your problem, Jackie, was that you look just like her.
No, she knew who it came from. She knew who it came from.
You still could have brought the fury out. She looked at you like, I'm gonna beat you too, just because you look like her.
You don't say stuff like that to your parents. Now, okay, we all know that kids go in their room and they say whatever they want to say. You better put your head under a pillow and mumble it, because I better not hear you.
Buy a truck and
you die, can't stand you. You so stupid. I hate you.
Oh my God, I was fearing for her life. I was like, oh my God.
As you should have.
I want to keep you for a twin as long as I possibly can. There's perks to this, but you about to die, sis.
You know what I want to say about the swift movements? I think what my kids
go out and get a switch.
They saw me fence, right? They know I can fence. So to a lot of these young people, you're fat. Let me tell you something, Jack. I'm quick, not fast. Because fast means I got to be fast for a extended period of time. I can get from here to there like that. So when my kids saw, like you know how you like you see Nora's father, or you. Like you hit her 5 times in one motion.
I did.
So not to encourage physical with these children.
Yes.
If
with black kids,
if you're disrespectful, like did you just say that to my wife?
Yeah.
Did you just say that to your mother? I'm cracking your ass. Like it's not even. I'm not no super person.
Yes.
But a lot of times our kids are real rambunctious. Right. They get a little ahead of themselves, and they think, right. Yeah. because they've never seen you do certain things
Yes.
or make certain moves
Yes.
that you don't have the ability
That's
to.
what it is. Yeah.
The reason you're here is because I was in the streets.
Is
That's
that-
why you living.
Right.
How
The
long?
reason you here is because I did some things I'm not supposed to do. So
Listen.
let's all kids and the parents, let's all love one another.
Kumbaya.
No
But you
doubt.
could catch it.
I
No
remember
doubt.
my daughter had
catch it.
crashed my car. Know what she said to me? Know what she said to me?
You got insurance?
No.
Oh my God.
She said, "My bad."
Oh wow.
That's all I got out of that. She crashed up my car. The police called me. I was so heated. I was in Atlantic City and I had just got there. I said to the police officer, I just kept seeing this number coming, right? So, and then we're going to get into our other subject. So I just kept seeing this number come up and I'm like, who's calling me? And I had this gut-wrenching bad feeling. So I answered my phone. I'm like, hello? The police officer says, this is such and such from such and such. And I said, okay. He goes, do you know a such and such? I said, yes, that's my daughter. And he says, well, we have her here at the police station. She's been in a motor vehicle accident. I said, is she okay? He
First
said, yeah.
question.
I said, then keep her there.
Yeah, because she done jacked my car up.
I said, where's my car? He said, well,
Wow.
when they say, well,
Yeah,
he
you
said,
know
well,
it's going downhill from there.
I said, well, I'll tell you what. You keep her there because guess what? If I get a hold to her,
Yeah,
you'll have me there.
Right.
So they kept her there to the next day. They kept her there. So he saved her life. Yeah. And then she said, my bad. Just a little side story.
My bad.
So if you're just joining us, we want to say welcome. We're at the second part of our show, the Man Cave Morning Show. And now we're going to talk about women who will forgive cheating quicker than men. Women will forgive cheating quicker than men. And why? Why? So we had some comments earlier in there.
Is it time for the show to end?
Almost.
Nope.
Almost.
It's never about us. It's always about you because you are.
Nope.
So
We
there,
have 40 minutes.
Oh my! Here we go.
So
Angry black woman. Let's go.
I think it was Portia Renee who had started it off, and I'm trying to find it, so I apologize because we have been talking about a whole bunch of things that happen in the world. Period. So let me find it. I can't pull it up.
And I think we had to move around a lot because it was heavy yesterday. We had to have some fun today.
Yeah. Excuse me. So now, I think the reason that women forgive more, I don't know. I think it's in our blood. I think it's our nature. Yeah, no, really. I think it's in our nature to forgive because we're forgiving creatures. We're designed that way. No, real talk. Somebody may not agree, but it's true. We're designed to just forgive,
You're
to nurture,
nurturers, yeah.
and to say, you know what? Okay, it happened. Let's see how we can get past it and move on. He made a mistake. He's a good dude. We make excuses for men to do the behavior that you all do. We basically condone it. Oh, well, and then we have social media. So social media has made it even big. You can see your man having sex with someone on social media and just be like, well, I need to figure out, maybe it was something I didn't do. What? So we give excuses. We make excuses and we forgive. But for you all, it only got to take one time and y'all are done. I don't know why that is.
I'm going to tell you why.
I think that's so sexist.
One, no. Men are more territorial.
Okay.
When it comes to, and we see, I know it's not a good thing, but we territorial when it comes to our cars, our motorcycles.
Yes.
All that come on my side.
Sneakers.
Our money, our
flat
clothes.
screens.
Yes, flat screen
Xboxes.
televisions, all of that.
That's
Equipment.
right. Yes.
All of that.
Yes.
So women get lumped into that too. This is my woman. This is my prized possession. And I'm saying it that way.
Yes. Yeah.
This is my prized possession. So if another man plays with my prized possession, I got an issue with that. And the fact that you let another man play with my prized possession, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Because now I feel disrespected and I feel played, and this other man got bragging rights on something that is mine.
So it's your ego.
It's the ego one why we not forgiving like that, and the fact you know it's the whole receiving and giving type thing. You know, you enter into a woman, so a man don't like to feel as though another man has entered in something that he's calling his. And so now we like, oh, you know, then you become everything to us. You become the harlot, the strumpet, the slut, the this.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and that's why I'm bitter and blah blah blah.
Yeah. So and this is real talk. It's not for men. It's a lot harder, and y'all more emotional. So y'all, the first question in your mind when a man cheats on you, in your head is like, do you love her?
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you love her?
Yeah, because women associate sex and love with the same thing. Man, not necessarily. Like a man, we could love you and you know, but we could F you and not love you too.
First question in the man's mind is, oh, how did it feel?
Exactly.
How did you this?
Yeah, exactly. How many times did he make you? Did he make you?
And
you know?
You
men are different.
You want to catch Man Cave Morning Show? Let me tell you something.
Yeah, this is the Man Cave Morning Show.
Let me tell
right
you
now.
something. On one hand, I agree you are not property.
Yes.
I understand that. Oh, you're objectifying. Let me take you back to Eddie Murphy back in the day. Fellas, imagine your beautiful wife getting her back blown out. And it's not you. And she don't go,
Y'all saw the best man. Y'all saw the best man.
Now, you may not want to hear this, woman, but it says Man Cave Morning Show. Forever in a day, in my mind, that tape is playing. When I see you, I see the tape. Now, we ain't talking about what's right and what's wrong. It was a question posed. We're doing the best that we can to answer it. Now, let's put it on the flip side, on the positive, because that's a negative aspect. That is also the same instinct that will make me give my life for you. That instinct will make me get 3 jobs for you. That's an instinct that sometimes you play with, because sometimes women see that and you play me out, right? In other words, let me get 3 jobs. Let me do everything that I can. You come back, you don't spend enough time with me. So now I'm never here. So you go to a drug dealer who don't got no job, don't got no responsibility, but he got flash. I'm not defending. Just hear my crazy thought pattern out. Just hear my crazy bitter Dawood talk out. Right? So and it ain't me. I go, oh. So I find out, like, you know, that these things went down like that. And I might go to Norm and I might go to P over a beer, and they might be like, all right, woo. And I go, oh, okay. I see. Treat them bad, they love you. Treat them good, they take advantage. So this switch goes off in our head. So the point that I'm trying to make, I know you think I'm going off topic. If you take that instinct and abuse it, it can make us go astray. But the positive aspect of it is a dog, loyal, lay down his life, do everything he has to do. But insofar as the possession, I'm sorry. When I say you my woman, that's what I mean. Like, I really mean that. Now, Jackie, that might not be good, what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I get you.
When I'm in the grocery store and I park the car and I walk into the store like, I'm letting other gorillas know, you don't touch her. All the little younglings that she produced. I'm territorial like that. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
And for you to give my territory to somebody else, you're forever marked as Ucky.
How Jay said, I was going to come right back. You ain't had to treat a brother like that.
Right. So Julius Gray said, a man cannot imagine another man with his woman.
Imagine.
And Nancy L.
Imagine
Stone,
it right now, Julius. Imagine it.
Nancy L. Stone Johnson, she says Sam would lose his mind.
I know he
Not
would.
his Nancy.
Sam a big dude too.
And Vereen Brown said the man cave thinking, my wife, my world. Okay.
Facts.
Yes.
That's facts.
Dawn L. Forte. Hey, Dawn. Hey, love, she said, I agree with Jackie. A guy will cheat for years. If he thinks you are messing around, he thinks it's the end of the world. they feel disrespected. Wait, what about you disrespecting me?
So,
okay,
here's a scenario.
And I'll get to some more of the comments. Go
Bring
ahead.
it home, Norm. Bring it home,
No.
please.
Bring it home.
Bring it home,
But
sir.
no, but here's the
Bring it
scenario.
home.
This is actually a true story.
Okay.
Let me make
Okay.
sure I change some of the parameters so the guilty
To protect the innocent.
Yeah,
no,
to
to
protect
protect the
the
guilty.
innocent.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So, no, I know somebody. I know somebody, right? And his woman cheated on him before they, got into a committed relationship.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when
I
they,
say,
was-
is
when
this
they
me?
was dating, when they was dating, they was dealing with each other, whatever, came to the crib, whatever, and she was with some other dude,
Oh.
right? And he was pissed and this and that, whatever. So some time went by, he was started seeing somebody else, whatever. She became single, she was just single or whatever, and they linked back up like a couple years later.
Okay.
Right? But he still never let that go. You know what I'm saying? He still really never let that go.
You gotta let it go
But
if
they
you're gonna
fell
be
in
back with
love.
her.
They fell in love, whatever. And
Gotta let it go.
they got married. And they got married. And he feels like, damn, I still keep thinking about that time.
You gotta let it go.
When
You gotta let that go.
He took vows.
when
You
she
love her,
cheated
you
on
gotta
me.
let
This
it
is
go.
this is and remember, she cheated on him before the fact.
Right.
But he's
Yeah.
still thinking like,
That's all fair in love and
this
war.
dude got that off,
Right.
and she had that mindset then.
He should let that go the minute he walked
He
down that
always
aisle.
in his
Before that.
no, but in his
I
head,
agree with you.
In
But
his
I do
head,
see.
in his head,
I see where you're coming from.
He
it ain't
he
right,
had,
but I
he
see
had
it.
the big payback all the time running in his head. The big payback. The
Well,
big
he's
payback.
stupid.
So
Yeah.
listen. So every little chance he get, whatever like that, and he loves his wife. He loves his
Not
wife.
enough where he won't stop dipping out.
He'll dip here, he'll dip that.
You can't do
He'll
that.
dip here, whatever like that, because he feels as though I'm getting back all this.
Wow.
I'm being justified now, whatever. And
That's
and
wrong.
I seen
That's
the
a
brother.
jackass.
I seen the brother
That's
after
wrong.
years. After years, I'm like, bruh,
People mature.
You gotta stop.
did you let that go? Because I heard a little something out in the
Right,
street.
right,
It's
right,
in
right.
the street.
Right.
So listen.
Right.
So I'm like,
Did you let it go?
Talking.
Yeah.
did you let that go?
Did you let
Whatever.
it go?
He's like,
yeah.
yo, Storm, I can't.
Wow.
Yo, I
he's
just-
wrong.
I just can't.
He's wrong.
He's a clown.
And I'm like, no. But the thing is, I know he loves this chick, right? But
Nah, he don't.
but he holds on to that, and I'm like, man, look, let me tell you, if you really want to take your relationship to the next level, you gotta let that ish go. You gotta let it go and do right by you, because she's doing right by you now.
When
You know what I'm
when he knew when they first started back together that he hadn't let it go, the relationship shouldn't have went any
Agreed.
further than it was
Agreed.
at.
Agreed.
Because he knew that he couldn't let it go. He knew he would never be able to let it go. So in theory, the whole marriage and them get back together is just a revenge thing to him.
That's stupid.
And that's wrong.
It really is.
That's
if you
not
think
right.
about it,
That's
it's
so
like
stupid.
revenge.
Like,
That's
how
not
old
right.
are you?
But that is the stupidest, like I said, revenge in the world, because ultimately it can cost you a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And it really could cost him a lot,
Yes.
because it's like I look at what they acquired together
Exactly.
over the years,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I'm like, bruh, do you really want to? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if she finds out, it's curtains.
Yeah.
Now,
It's curtains. It's a wrap.
Crazy.
now here's the thing. At that moment, he had a decision to make. If he looked at himself, Jackie, and said, I can't let it go.
Keep it pushing.
Dog, push.
Thank you.
Do not take your woman, those vibes. Listen. Now watch this. I'm having this thought and this negativity, and I give you a baby. Those vibes and that spirits and all that negative bullshit is now going into the children. It's affecting my wife. You sensing it. You not really knowing what's going on.
It's something out here that can end your
Should have
life.
been man enough to say, A, one, I can't get over it, or B, I'm over it. Now, watch this. What if I couldn't get over it, but I wanted to? I can go to therapy. I can talk. Jackie, listen, blah, 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 blah. Now, watch this.
He's doing them a disservice.
Now watch this. if I'm getting myself together, Jackie, and I'm taking too long, you might leave me. You know, and I'm like, oh, I'm still trying to get it together, and that's your choice too. But it is wrong for that man to perpetuate that negativity because women can sense that type of, you know what I mean? And listen, I'm the most machismo alpha male in the world, but I know when to hold them and know when to fold them. I'm not saying that I can't forget. I'm forgiving, Norm. And some shit I can't let go. You know what I mean?
But this
and if I can't let it go, Jay, I'm pushing.
But you know,
this is the thing too. I'm not
push.
This is the thing. Things that you do when you're not married versus things that you do when you are married are totally different. Like there's two totally different levels of things and consequences.
She wasn't your wife at that
when
time.
you're not married, exactly. You know what? Hey, you cheated, whatever. You know, when you're married, that's shit's different.
But she wasn't your wife then.
So
exactly.
I want to read this, and this is true. So this is the thing. I have family members, right, who I know may not be living right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
it's not my business
Yeah.
to tell
Okay.
whoever they are with,
Okay.
even if I love that person.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because
At
I don't
the
want to
end of
get
the day,
involved.
You become the outcast.
Then you
I don't want to
become
be
the
involved,
enemy.
right? I don't want to be involved.
Okay.
And I may have seen things, and I may have talked to that person and said, "Hey, what you doing?
It's not
That's
cool."
not cool.
Yeah.
You know, you need
Yeah.
to figure something out."
Or
okay.
leave. Right.
So
Yes.
there's a story in here. And Raynell Dorsey, I'm going to read this. She said, I have been cheated on before and accepted back. But it was with someone who I knew I couldn't live without. But one day, God came to me and assured me of my worth. I went to my then love and I said, it's me or nothing. Are you willing to lose me? I got married. End of story. Can't tell y'all everything. She stuck out her little tongue. She said, rest in heaven to my husband. Some are worth it, some are not. Feel me?
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, Jay.
I
Break that
totally understand what she's saying. Basically, so Raynell, for those of you who don't know, the last name is Dorsey. That's my last name. She married my cousin.
Okay.
My cousin was murdered. Okay. And when I tell you that I love this girl from the very beginning, and some of the stuff that he was doing wasn't right.
Okay.
But who am I to tell him? And this is my blood cousin. This is my
Right.
first cousin.
Right.
My mother, his sister, sisters. You
Right.
know, so
It's like your sister.
when exactly. So when I raised him basically. So to see him doing this stuff. It was hurtful because I'm like, wow, come on, this is a good girl. You know, like, why you doing this?
Right.
And sometimes some people, they really can't help themselves.
Yeah.
Especially
Some
when you're
people
young.
can't. Yeah.
You know, but she's a good woman because guess what? She led him to God and she led him to marriage.
Wow.
And young people ain't trying to get married no more.
For what? Yeah.
You know,
So
know why?
these
Because
days-
it's as one of the, I think it was Vereen Brown. She said, what is it? 10 women to every man?
Yeah.
So
I'm a firm believer in that a woman
I hope you don't mind me sharing that, cousin.
can inspire a man to
Yeah.
do better.
Yeah.
Like and
Yeah.
then lead him to
They're
God. Then he has
supposed
to. Then he accept God. So, like P said, I really feel like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not trying to put myself off the hook or put you on some type
Yeah.
of unnecessary pedestal, but the fear of losing you can make me go, you know what? Let me go
And it's-
ahead and get with God.
Yeah.
So, and then God can come in the midst and restore.
Yes.
Right.
And it's not even about the fear, not the control. It's not even about the fear of losing them. If the woman in your life is not pushing you to be a better you,
Yeah.
then you got the wrong woman in your life. And vice versa. If you as a
Right,
man
right.
not pushing a woman to
Absolutely.
be a better her, then you had the wrong people in your life. You should always be striving and pushing each other to do better, to be better, to
Yes.
grow together. And like I said, if you don't have these type of people surrounding you in your life as your significant others, that means that you have the wrong person. If you go to them and say, hey, you know what? I got this idea. I want to start this business. And they're like, oh, man, you ain't going to start. Wrong person.
Yes.
If they're like, you know what? Well, whatever you need, baby, whatever I could do to help, I got you. I got your back. I believe you. That's the person. And that's why these relationships don't work either.
Yeah, you are 100% right. My cousin, she got me over here about ready to tear up. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna make me cry," but I absolutely love your truth. Some people can change for greatness, and then Dawn Forte said, "Yes, P."
Let me underscore that.
Yeah.
From the male perspective.
Yes.
Brothers, your woman should inspire you.
Yes.
You should look at your woman like, yo, let me go get it. When I hear the way Norm talks about Sandy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? When I hear P when he talks about his wife,
Yes.
these women inspire them.
Yeah.
Now you could say that's too much and that's this and that. From the male perspective, right? You should always want to do more and be more because you honor, respect, and cherish your woman. That doesn't make you God. That doesn't make you. But these are principles and ideas that we really don't talk about that much in our community, right?
Yes.
Now, the husband should do the same for the wife, like P said. Your significant other should pull you, love you, slap you, spit, whatever to
Yes.
take you to you should always be trying to elevate. And if you don't get that,
Yes.
and if you don't got that, maybe time to look at another relationship.
Well, I feel you on that. I'm sorry. I feel you on that totally because I think that for us, we do a lot of forgiving. I've never been the one to have someone come to me because now they got this thing called a break baby. You heard that before?
What's that?
break babies.
Break baby.
Well, we said
when
we
someone
wasn't-
broke up
yeah.
or
And then
we
they have-
still
yeah.
smashing a
Wow.
little bit, but
Yeah.
we're not considered a couple
Official
anymore.
couple anymore.
And
Oh,
they
snap.
have break babies.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
You never heard that?
I've
Look at
heard-
Norm's
I've heard-
face.
I've heard of
No,
it.
I'm like, what?
That's crazy, but
Tell
yeah.
me, guys. I know I'm not the only one that's heard of break babies, and then people get back with them. I'm gonna be 100. I thank God I haven't been able to experience that because there couldn't be no return from that. Yes, we were broken up, but we were together for so long.
Yeah.
And then, we break up for a little bit, get back together, and you done dipped out
Yeah,
on
I'm
me
about
and
to say,
has a baby
yo,
within 3 months.
Raw dog
You
is
done
raw
got
dog is
somebody
shooting up the
pregnant?
block.
No,
that's what you're
that's
talking
a break
about.
baby.
Yeah.
A break baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 3 months later,
I found out someone's
Oh,
pregnant.
my.
But it's women out here
So
that
we
will
we
forgive
get back-
someone.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
slow. We get back together. And I'm like, babe, I got the baby coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you don't tell me until the baby won.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I know.
Like
I got a little
Denzel
something I
and
gotta
Viola
I gotta
Davis.
tell you.
Yes.
I
Okay.
got another
That's a new
baby.
term on break baby. Okay.
Break baby.
Okay,
Yes.
check this. So
Yes.
check
The
this
club
out.
up mighty
happened?
quick.
No, so I'm just curious. So being that we talking about women will forgive cheating quicker than men.
Yes.
Now, so that's another scenario. So, all right. So,
Oh, with the break baby?
so you break up. A little temporary thing. You know how couples. There's a lot of couples that
Space.
on and off.
Yeah.
Yes.
On and
Yeah.
off.
And
on
you're used
off,
to
right?
it. Yeah.
Right. And then you break up for
90
5
days.
months.
Okay.
5 months. Let's say.
20
the
weeks.
man accepts her back. They get back together or whatever, and then like some months later, she's like, John, I need to tell you something. I'm pregnant.
Men ain't stupid nowadays. They can count.
Yeah, exactly.
and then the
They
brother,
can
and then the brother's like,
He like,
the brother's like, yes. No, at first he's like, yes. And she's like,
finally.
no, but remember
I'm
that
like 6
period?
months.
That period where we broke up, whatever. I got pregnant. Now, so we talking about men forgiving.
My God.
How many men would really forgive that and be like, okay, I'm gonna help you take care of the baby and this and that? And so, how many men would be forgiving and accepting? Do you think most men would be like, get the hell out, or we done?
Well, I'm gonna be 100.
Most men would be like, get the hell out. We
Most
done.
men would when they're young. When they're young, older men a certain age, maybe in the late 30s, maybe might be like, okay, you know what? We'll figure this out. We'll work this out. A young Thundercat, as my partner over here say, he ain't going for that. He out. He gonna be like, look, take your purse, your belly, and whatever else you got. Get out of here. I'm just real talk.
I would.
Look,
I
real
would.
talk.
I would say though, like you said, it would probably would be that way, but it would just be like, wow, back when mom like, wow, like we only
4 months.
broke up for 4 months, and you're 3 months pregnant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of
So
like,
you didn't give our relationship
Yeah,
working out no type of thought.
Exactly.
Hello.
So that then rings a bell in the
Yeah.
back of your head, like, well, this the reason why we broke up in here, we split up because you had this, waiting in the wings, because that's
what that seems
that's
like, right?
a short period of time, and you found out that all that glitter wasn't gold, so now you want to come back, the 80-20 rule, you know what I'm saying? You had 80, now you find out this joker's only 20 when you thought he was 80 or 90, and now you want to come back, or vice versa.
So
I think that would play a part.
So the
Like,
reason I
depending
brought
on
that
the
up
time.
was because it does have a lot to do with cheating
Yes.
and how people take people back. So, y'all know I watch a lot of reality TV, and not all of that is scripted because you can't script somebody falling into into somebody's punani.
And having
You
a
just
baby.
can't.
Yeah.
You can't. There's
Yeah.
no way that they scripted that and had you fall in someone's hoo-ha without a condom and produce a baby,
Now,
right? Yes.
I think that timing is everything because you know what happens? A man could meet a woman that's pregnant, like 8, 6, 5 months, and be like, "Let's go, baby."
Yeah, no, that's different.
So
Pregnant women
don't-
are sexy.
So
Some
don't
of
tell
Ain't
me
that
that's
damn
not
sexy. At 8 months.
Some of them are.
But still,
This is mine.
I get what you're saying. That's
This is
different.
my pregnant woman.
right.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying, but there have been brothers that have stepped in the gap, met a pregnant woman,
Yeah.
and they together now.
I totally understand that.
I don't want to completely.
That's different.
I
But
don't
we
want to
weren't talking about
completely.
that.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't want to completely bash the man. I'm gonna have to agree with you, and with my mouth
Yes.
and in my
It'd
younger
have been a rap.
days, in my mouth, you strumpet, and I wouldn't be using those words. I swear to God, like I
You
would
harlot.
you harlot, and be innocent and third. Because in my mind, I'd have been like, yo.
This was
As
already
soon-
going on.
This is my rationale now. Not saying it's right, it's wrong. As soon as something went down, first of all, you didn't use birth control. That's number one. Number
Out the
two,
gate.
So you're
out the
sloppy
gate.
and
So you
careless.
sloppy and you careless. That's number one. Because you could have smashed. Look, you could have got an IUD, rubbers, foam. It's a whole lot
bunch,
of
a whole
concept,
slew of
whole
stuff.
slew of stuff. Modern technology. That's number one. You sloppy. Number two, after the fact, you chose to keep it.
Yeah.
Because you could have got an abortion. So now you was like, la, la,
We're
la,
not advocating that.
la,
We're
la,
just
la.
saying
No, but just listen to my
Yes.
train of thought. Listen
No,
to
I
my
got
train of
you.
thought.
I'm
you
putting
like,
it out there.
You like 1 month norm, 2 month norm, 3 month norm. And I'm like, he shot your club up 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, 6 month. In my mind, I'm like, yo, that demon seed, no disrespect.
I get you.
I'm just telling you straight. I'm like, yo, fam, you. And it's better for us to look. It's better for us to part.
Go find your baby daddy.
Look, you and your baby
So
daddy
let me
get
ask
the
you.
Yes,
out of my
please.
face.
We're going to ask the hardcore questions right now.
Okay.
Find out your husband cheated. Just once. You in, you out.
Just once. I'm out. Because that
Done?
might be the one time that I know about it or I found out about it. I'm out. If I believe it. Now, there's been, and we talk, right? This real talk. There have been some instances where there has been some sketchy mind stuff going on. I'm like,
You
that
in
don't
or you
look
out?
right. No, if he cheats and once, because to me, there's no reason for it. For what? No, I'm out. I'm going.
P.
I'm going. I'm going.
I don't know.
I'm going.
That's a hard one because I have had a wife cheat on me, not my original one. I mean my original one, not my current one.
Yeah.
And I actually never got a chance to deal with that because once she knew I found out, she left my house and never came back home. She was like, I guess she was scared to
Clap
death.
that up for her, because that's a big step.
No. She was scared to death. Ain't nothing to clap
What
it up
I'm
with a big
saying
step.
is
She
that's
was-
a big step.
She thought,
She'd rather leave than face you.
yeah, because she knew I was mad as hell. And I think
That's
in her,
real
and
what
I
you
think,
just
and I
said.
think
That's
in her,
reality.
In her mind, I think she thought I was going to whip her ass.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't. You
Yeah.
know, I was pissed. I
Yeah.
was gonna cuss out like she'd never been cussed out before in her life, and then we could have tried to get to the root cause of what was going on. What was going on, but I guess she heard the anger, and she was like, "I'm not going back there."
Yeah, I'm.
You in or out?
I'd be out.
Huh? P. Just P. So you in or out?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I would have to have the conversation before I just said that.
Ain't no
out.
conversation. I'm out.
No, I'm keeping it real.
Yes.
You in or out?
I'm a tap. First of all,
Listeners, are you in or out?
I'm a tap dance. Here's why. When it happened to me, I was out. So I'm just telling you straight up, it was the most devastating thing to ever happen. Like it was rough, right? But that being said, even though I was the victim of that, Jay,
Yeah.
if I knew we was having problems,
Yeah.
I know you love me.
Yeah.
I know I'm a workaholic and blah 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 blah. I'm going to have to
gonna
have
try
a
to fix it.
conversation, and if I can determine that we can push forward,
You might.
If I detect
Caller from the 917.
Then I'm
Hold
out.
on.
Go ahead.
All right. Caller from the 917. State your name. Where you calling from? You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
What's going on, everybody? It's T. Hart Sinatra. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey,
good morning. How you guys
morning.
doing?
T. Hart Sinatra. What's up? What's good?
How you guys doing, man?
All right.
I'm like I just have to tell you guys, y'all doing an amazing job. I love the
Thank you.
topic.
Appreciate
Everything is on point. But there's something we got to talk about. Okay. First off, it has a lot to do with how bold a motherfucker is. Excuse me, Kurt. It depends on how bold somebody is. You know what I'm saying?
Does the bomb work?
And yeah, it's just about how bold they is. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Because some people just do the stupidest shit, like
Yep.
just to bring the situation. Sorry to curse
Yep.
you. You have somebody who's been with
Preach.
somebody for 7 years.
Preach.
Okay, so now they're together. Okay, and
Preach.
they've been through up and down, ins and outs, and it's been the ins. Oh, I ain't with you at this time. I ain't with you at that time. Now you go on to the next point where, you know, you're really starting to feel the heat. Is this person really not trying to be? So they trying to avoid you. They not answering your calls. You know, just certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So now they go ahead, right, and they still trying to keep on to the man for the attachment. And this could be, you know, it's a lot of stepfathers out there. You know, I'm speaking from mainly a stepfather's point of view.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of guys out there who's playing daddy to kids that's not even there.
This is
You know what
true.
I'm saying? And not even their own.
This is
So
Facts.
for whatever reason. But one thing I just want to press on is that people bold, because how you going you can't sleep with one guy one day, all right, have a whole time, okay, or a week or whatever, or a weekend or whatever, and then you go and you sleep with the next guy soon as that guy leaves. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Then call that guy back.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes,
and
sir.
then tell that guy that, you gonna come see me? And he had, I had to hit up. I had to say, wait a minute now. Wait, how the hell I'm gonna come over there? You still dirtied up.
Yes,
You
sir.
bold, you know?
Yes, sir.
You still dirty.
I'm with you.
I can't do that. It has a lot to do with the
Facts.
person and
Facts.
their soul. You know, if they don't have
Facts.
a soul, then they're gonna
Facts.
be ruthless. They're gonna do what they want to do.
That's ruthless.
And you can't change
Line
that.
crossing.
Wow.
I gotta clap that up.
Drop
Survived
10
on that.
bombs on that.
And bomb.
And there are bold people out there. Women too.
Men, women.
I'm telling you.
everybody.
I'm telling you. And you know what? It's
That's
a lot
ruthless,
of people
yo.
that get hurt in the process.
Yes.
And it's like, you know, but it's a lot of rebuilding that has to be done after a person done ruined somebody's life. And I'm not saying, because there's a lot of people that women that feel, how could a person ruin your life? How could a person ruin your life? Well, shit, if I ain't making as much as I was when I met you, then my life done changed. If my bills is up and my pockets is dry, then things have changed.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And people just gotta realize that. You know what I'm saying? That's my word.
And that's
So
Go ahead.
with all that being said, bruh,
Yeah.
happens to you. She just cheated once. You in or out.
Yeah, once.
Right. Well, I don't think it was that she didn't want in and out. It's more like you want your cake and eat it too. But see, I'm the type of person like this. See, when you built up, right? When you're a real man, right? You don't get sensitive. You don't worry about that. You know, because what I wrote in the comment is that if it was yours in the first place, it would never have left. You understand what I'm saying?
like that.
And that's 7 years. So y'all guys think about that. It's a lot of games
That's an
being
out.
played out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have to
We
be
gonna mark
a
that as
master
out.
of the. You have to be a king, and you have to be a master to the game of life. And you know
That's
your
right.
heart is very valuable. That's your biggest piece is your heart. Know
True.
where you put your heart at.
Okay,
Yeah.
T. Hart Sinatra. One question: in
Yes, ma'am.
or out? That's it. In or out?
I'm gonna tell you like this: if I get cheated on, you know, or any man get cheated on, you know, for the most of the time they're gonna feel some type of way. They're gonna leave. But you know, I don't want to like act like we live in a reality. Like what happens is that sometimes people have emotional attachments to kids, family, life. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to just pick up and leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It always is good to talk about it first before you make that step. But if you're to a point where a person doesn't have a good communication with you, y'all already lost the battle. You know what I'm saying?
You
so
right.
what you have to do as a man or a woman is you got to know how to take that L and not cry about it.
Yeah.
I told people the other day, and this is just real, your most powerful tool is to let people think that they're winning. That's the way to win the game.
We
All right,
appreciate that.
and thanks for
Thank
calling
you.
in, T. Hart
And thank you
Sinatra.
for your
Respect.
honesty.
No
All right, you
problem.
have an awesome day. Enjoy
All
the
right.
sun. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Jay.
Listen,
Woo.
for me,
Jay.
matter of fact, he don't have to be out. I will be out.
Jay,
Gone.
Hold on. Listen to me.
Yes.
If it's you, when I
Yes.
say you, the way you communicate.
Yes.
I'm keeping it 100. The way you understand, the way you communicate.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a woman like you,
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Honestly, if you
Like,
fall
I'm-
into someone else's hoo-ha, you stay there. Because I'm good.
But I'm saying, as someone that has been burned,
Yes.
Mr. Macho, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
Right? If it's not flagrant, help me out here. If it's not just mad, disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you just
screaming
disrespectful
foul.
on-
Okay. Yes.
But I'm
a sucker, right?
But I'm gonna throw you.
I'm in.
I'm gonna throw y'all to the female question though.
Okay, please.
All right. So boom. Honey, I loved you. I found out, you were seeing Tina, and Tina told me everything, and blah blah blah. I just want to know one question: do you love her? That's it. And the man say no. No, I don't love her.
Okay.
It was just sex.
It was just sex. Wow.
So
go ahead.
Are we more willing? Are women more willing to deal with that emotionally? Okay, it was just sex. He doesn't love her. We still can work through it. And call back now. The phone line is open
646-233-1302.
Okay.
Because it can't be just sex with us. You know that, right? You aware of that.
Okay, listen.
Just sex.
Listen.
No love.
Listen, I'm going to say this as a female, and I'm of a certain age, okay? If I'm not married, I'm married, but I'm not married. Just think of me as not being married. If a guy comes to me and say, hey, listen, we going to do what we do. We don't have no labels. I'm seeing this person, that person on the next. That's my objective to either rock with it or not. He's already laid out his plan. So I'm not trying to make him be something he's not, because he already told me
what it is.
The problem is women always think they could change someone because they think they cootie cat is better than the next cootie cat.
Yeah.
Newsflash. He gonna tell you the same thing he telling her. It's good, ma. I like it, ma. All right. I'll see you next week.
Can I flip it on you with my arrangement?
I'm just saying.
What if in that arrangement
Yeah.
you turn my head legitimate, like, oh shit. What then? I still got to stick with the arrangement, or can I get with you and drop those other zeros? Because that happens too.
That's
a conversation.
That's a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
If he decides that now I done made it out of all the scrumpets.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You do have the best hoo-ha.
I done made it out all the scrumpets.
Because it ain't about the
in
hoo-ha
the broad.
all the time, yo.
You know what I'm saying? I made the cut. Then we can have that conversation. But if I'm just one of those ones and I'm in the harem, so to speak.
Well, yeah, no. I ain't
then
talking about that, Jay.
I'm not trying to make a hoe out of house
But
husband.
Jay, what if you moved up in the batting order?
If I moved up in the
Yes,
batting order,
legitimately.
meaning would I be able to think that he would never do that, cheat on me and all that kind of stuff? That's what you're asking me?
Would you be willing to make the relationship go if the brother like, look, now that I'm around you, I realize you the person I want to be.
Yeah, we could talk.
I messed up.
You know,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Jack.
We can talk.
It was just one time.
Well, you
She
know what?
means nothing to me.
If we're not
But
married,
no, but if it's legit though, not that he bull crapping.
No,
he legitimately like, yo, Jay,
Right.
please, Jackie.
if we're not
I messed
married,
up.
It was
we
a
can
character
talk.
flaw.
We can talk. But if we're
stupid,
married,
yo.
we not having a conversation. I'm sorry. There's nothing to talk about, especially me at this age. I'm not looking to have any more children. You understand? I'm looking to be that lifelong partner.
Yes.
I'm not looking for you to add sister wives. I'm not doing it. No. Heck out of here.
I'm going to tell you,
Get outta
I
here.
seen this parody on Facebook the other day, and it was about these two, a man and woman, and the chick was a side chick, right? So they get into the car, or she gets into the car with the guy, and they both had on like jean suits. So the guy like, hey, both got jeans, we twins. So they're like, hey. So he's like, let's take a selfie. So she's like, oh, you want to take a selfie? So they take, so he's like, yeah, get your phone out. So they take photos, bop, bop, bop. So he's like, yeah, you still making that chili? So she's like, yeah, I'll make the chili. So he's like, yeah, I get off late tomorrow. Would you be able to swing by the dry cleaners to pick up my shirts. Only like 3 shirts. So she's like, hold a whole second. A lot of the stuff here you asking me right now sounds like being domesticated. She's like,
wife duties.
Don't you have your girlfriend? And he's like, nah, we kind of broke up, so I moved you up the ladder. So she's like, move me up the ladder. Like, hold on, wait 1 second. You don't break up with your girlfriend without informing me first. She's like, I don't want to break up. And holidays come. So you think we're gonna be spending we ain't spend one holiday together. We ain't spending February 14th.
Right.
She's like, I'm booked on Groundhog's Day. She's like, and you talking about cooking? Listen, if I cook something, you make it a plate. But all this food requests and stuff, she's like, well, what did you do? Did you say sorry? She's like, did you do anything to try to get it back?
Did you say sorry?
Wow. She's like,
get it back.
Yeah, she was like, because we can't have this. Like, she's like, no. She basically shut him down. Like, no, you ain't gonna be. People think that you want to be moved up automatically. Like you said, yeah, I moved you up in the ranks. Who said I wanted to be moved up in the ranks? She's like, I'm fine.
Sandy said she out, and she said, and I'm taking a dog too.
The dog.
Damn. It's a stuffed animal dog.
It don't matter. It's a dog. She's taking it.
Teddy Ruxpin from '86.
All right.
Wow. That's low blow.
So with that being said, with that being said,
Yes.
You didn't say no. I already know your answer, but what are you doing?
Yeah, yes or no.
I moved on from that. So with that being said, I'm just curious. Did y'all ever think about why Beyonce stuck with Jay-Z?
No.
After she found out.
Count the zeros.
So
okay.
She got her own zeros.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 150 with
Why
you.
she stick
I
with Jay?
never thought about it because I'm gonna be honest. I didn't care. Those are rich people problems. That's how I looked at it.
Why do you think Beyonce
I don't know.
didn't leave Jay?
Because
I don't
rich
know.
people don't do that.
I don't know.
When you get into that
low self-esteem, I don't know.
He was genuinely sorry.
It's Beyonce. I mean, I can't say that because the most beautiful women on the planet have the lowest self-esteem.
Because he was genuinely sorry. Let me tell you something, you side hoes.
Listen, why Bay didn't leave Jay?
Listen, let me tell you something, you side hoes. Okay? Know your place. Period. Know your place. Don't go to the wife showing her stuff or telling her, oh, so XYZ, this. That's a good way to get you popped. Stay in your lane.
Side hoes
because some of y'all do keep a marriage together.
Yeah. A
I'm just saying.
A lot of them do stay in their place.
I'm being 100.
A lot of them don't.
Some of y'all keep a marriage together that probably would have been in shambles long before you came along and divorced everything. But you gotta know your place, and I'm not advocating that. But it's a lot of men out here that have side hoes.
But a lot of side chicks think they the main. That's the problem.
Yo, listen, let me tell you.
Not these days.
A lot of side chicks
side chick never bothers him. never comes to the station. Don't go to his job.
Whatever.
No, yeah. Listen. I cannot. My thing is know your place.
Oh my God.
Know your lane. Because they do have this thing where when they go get divorced or whatever, the wives can sue the person who broke them up.
Yes.
If there's evidence, no, really,
contract. It's a contract.
Yeah.
A legally binding contract.
Look at Wendy and Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin got his side chick down the street.
Wow. Allegedly.
Okay. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can I speak to that?
Hey, keeping them close.
I'm just saying, like, that's them.
That's bold.
But I also know that rich people have a different parameter than what we rich people do. A lot of stuff that I'm not capable of talking to until I get rich.
Why didn't Hillary leave Bill?
You know what I mean?
Do you actually believe that
stuff?
What?
Huh? Do you rich people do stuff? No, they don't.
Rich people do what? Say it again.
What you talking about? Rich people are different when it comes to that. No,
it is.
They are not.
Okay. Let me tell you why they're different.
Whose house was I staying at?
I understand that, but
they
both was crazy.
Let me tell you why.
No, they wasn't.
Let me tell you why we say they're different. Because a lot of times they have a lot of zeros behind their name.
Exactly.
They have what we consider is far more easy to lose if all of this stuff get out. You understand? That's what we mean. And yes, they put on their pants just like we do, but we're saying in the public's eye, in the public's eye, they have a lot more to lose because of the zeros. Poor people deal with stuff like this every single day. And my cousin said, what's their place? And she said, they don't have one unless you give her one. This is true. But a lot of us don't know. We're in the dark. That's what I'm talking about. We're in the dark. We're in the dark. That's what I'm talking about.
Here's why I say this.
Yes.
Have a baby by me, girl, be a millionaire. Have a baby. Wait now. Have a baby by me. Take that with the child support. Sink him. Throw him in prison. Like, there are options that they have that money gives them that I don't have. And because they have those options, they got different. I know they're human. I know they whatever. No, and the women know. Jay know. I mean, Beyonce know how many zeros is behind the name. Exactly. If Dawu go on a Waffle House, nobody cares.
Yeah.
If Tiger go on a Waffle House, why?
Yeah.
Money, not you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think I'm just as good as Tiger, but shit.
Again, you don't think one of the reasons why Bey didn't leave Jay's, one, because she loves him.
Yeah, I think she loves him.
And two, because of the kids.
More than likely, it's because of the kids, and she does love him.
So it didn't have nothing to do with no rich people problems.
It does, man.
Bey got her own money.
I'm not saying that she doesn't have her own money, dude, but 900.
Okay,
let's go with Kobe Bryant.
900 million looks better than 300 million.
Let's go with Kobe Bryant.
She don't care. She don't need it.
He bought her a ring.
She don't need it.
Please don't leave me. It was a mistake, okay? And people stay for crazy reasons. I'm just saying, Jackie D will be out. I'm sorry, I would be gone. Goodbye. We don't have nothing to talk about, homie. Sayonara.
Here's why I think it's different. I'm a rich dude, right? And I'm a monster. I go to some foreign country and buy women and buy children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, rich people do crap that we're not privy to, dog.
Yeah.
Like, forget whether you think it's right or wrong or whatever. Right? They go to foreign and
money and power.
Money and power and blah 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 blah. And they come back and it's like this. The president of the United States has like 20 cases.
Number 45
against them. And don't give me Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he has 20 cases lined up against him. He's chilling every day. You know why he's not impeached? He's nothing. He's tweeting crazy crap, suing people at Margaret, right?
And excuse me,
right?
he cheated on all of his wives.
Yeah. Every wife he had, he cheated on with the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. And people were like this.
He cheats on his right hand with his left hand.
Right. Yes. He masturbates with both hands to cheat on himself. That's rich.
So, so Sandy said Beyonce genuinely loved that dude, so she forgave him. So that means she doesn't genuinely love me because she said she'd be out with the dog.
Sandy, we here. That's because those are rich people problems, okay?
You take the Teddy Ruxpin.
We here.
You see, with me, she said I'll be out with the dog.
Listen, because when
Bey genuinely loves Jay. That's what she said.
Boy, bye.
And I think Jay genuinely loves her. Like he went to counseling and he changed. I think.
First of all, what? Guess who else was out? Okay, one of the most beautiful women in the world. She was going too.
Who?
Halle Berry. She said, "I'm out."
I ain't gonna.
She was out.
I ain't gonna put Halle on the table.
He messed around, and she was like, "I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not dealing with this. Get out of here."
Here's why I'm not gonna put Halle on the table. I think the difference between Halle and Beyonce is, I think.
Facts.
Okay.
Holly a little cuckoo.
Well, she wasn't that cuckoo. She rolled out. She said, "I don't care who you are, bare feet and all. I'm going."
She said, "We are bare feet."
Sing enough songs for me, homie. Sing one while I'm walking this way.
Watch this. But Holly also knows she could pull whoever she want. Like, look at how she looks.
Fact.
How she looks.
Is crazy.
Sandy said, and I was joking, I would stay and try to work it out. But we all know my husband's not cheating.
That's what I said. Facts.
Yes. Because let me tell you
something. Not when it's Pornhub. It's videos.
Can I just tell you something?
Good. I actually could say I know that, Sandy.
Look it. Because let me tell you something.
No, I'm just joking.
I spy. When I tell you, there ain't nobody getting in here. I'd be like, what?
No.
Be like, where you know her from? I got you. You ain't even got to worry. Because I want somebody to be that way with me and my husband. Pull me by my coattail and be like, listen, sis, check this out. Oh, for real? Now I got my eye open.
You know how they say, not my husband.
I'm awake.
Not, I can honestly say, yeah, not Sandy husband.
So you right.
I can say that. I co-sign that 100%.
What is she said? Raynell Dorsey said anybody who has sex with Trumps deserve to be cheated on.
Yeah, facts.
I don't even know what that's about.
Yeah, how do you do that? Yeah.
So Trump poor is getting vagina? No, he's not.
Exactly.
No, he's not. That's the only reason to get anything.
He'd be a real live Simpsons character instead of just a fictional one.
You funny.
We ain't going to Fridays with the crew picking nobody up.
Yes.
Man.
Look, we want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Yes.
Yes.
The Man Cave Morning Show this morning. We had to lighten it up from yesterday.
Yes,
We
it was
had
light
to.
and airy. It was
the last couple days,
Yeah, it's been heavy.
The doctor and the prostate cancer.
Remember the prostate cancer?
And,
I gotta go back and watch
Kanye
that.
saying slavery was a choice and all this. It was crazy. It was crazy.
And we appreciate you guys for always
Slavery
tuning in
and erectile dysfunction. Man Cave Morning Show. It's not about us, it's about you.
And making sure that you guys check in with us, call in, laugh with us, cry with us. You guys, you don't even understand. We love you so much.
We do.
On the Man Cave Morning Show.
No doubt.
Yes.
No
so
doubt.
tomorrow, will we have a hot or not?
Yes, we're gonna have a hot.
We'll
or
have
not
a hot and not tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of music that was sent in,
Yes.
but you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. We try to space it out. A lot of people send us hip hop and rap music, right?
Yeah.
We got shows for that. We got other shows for that, for the hip hop and the rap music. Even though we will review some hip hop on the hot or not, but we want all music. So we want
all genres.
house music, R&B, jazz, country, house, whatever, pop,
Yeah.
whatever.
Be musical.
Yeah. So mix it up.
And
people.
even though I always try to pick the rap, it's 4 people here. Right? So when you send it in, you got a shot. Send all music in.
Definitely. And salute to everybody that's on the check-in, man,
Definitely,
on YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, Ustream, WBKS1.com, the mother site. Listening to that TuneIn app. Download the TuneIn app. I keep telling y'all, it's free. You get to listen to BKS1 Radio all the time. Some great music, great shows, a lot of great everything. All right, BKS1 Radio. I'm telling you, we gonna make it the nation station. Oh,
That's right.
I like that.
Yeah, the nation.
The nation
the
station.
nation
Yes.
So me. We said it first. Let's start calling BKS1 Radio the nation's station. Bam!
Trademark with the little C at the trademarked.
We got that.
You heard it here first.
The nation station.
Yes.
BKS1 Radio.
Nation station.
Boom. All right. Bam. So, with that being said, remember, it's never about us.
It's always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret. And we out of here.
Wakanda,
Enjoy your
bang, bang.
what's today? Thursday?
Yes.
Enjoy your Thursday, people.
Yeah, we'll be back
It's 90
Friday.
degrees outside.
Vote Democrat.
We about to turn up. Y'all can't see us turning up. We about to
Get
turn
rid
up
of them
in here.
Republicans.
Yes. Jackie and P said they treating today. Me and Wood was staying.
He gotta go to work.
Bang, bang. yes.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouzet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy, some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming up. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1.